Hello, 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 Barça fans. How are we doing? It's Champions League night. Who's ready? I am super ready for this. Osasuna is in the past, La Liga. We set aside, and now we focus on trying to get that first Champions League win of this season. Of course, we lost the first game to Monaco, so we are much in need of a win tonight. We face young boys from Switzerland, a team that haven't started the season out all that well. So let's see if we can get those first 3 points of this league stage in the Champions League. We're hoping for a good one tonight. Let's head over to Montjuic. Marc Brau, give us Barca's lineup.
Hi Robert, good evening from Estadio Olympic Luis Companys. We are really looking forward to have finally the UEFA Champions League here with the new format. Finally at home in front of our fans, Barça will face Young Boys in tonight's game. A very important game because after the defeat against Monaco, it's very important in this league phase to get the first 3 points of the competition. With a lot of changes in the lineup, remember that for the first time Barça will face Young Boys in an official competition. Will be the first time that Barça will play against the champions of Switzerland in the last season. Let's go with the lineup. 5 changes between the last game against Osasuna and today. Iñaki Peña will play at the goal with 4 players at the back, with Jules Koundé as a right back, Alejandro Valde as a left back, and Íñigo Martínez and Paco Barcín as a centre backs. Today, as a holding midfielder, will play Marc Casador. Remember that Eric Garcia is suspended due to the red card that he received in the last game against Monaco. Pedri will play, of course, in the midfield position, and as an attacking midfielder, today we expect Rafinha, 4 forwards today in the lineup, because with Rafinha will play Lamine Yamal as a right wing, with Ferran Torres as a left wing, and Robert Lewandowski as a striker. Important news, this morning Frenkie de Jong was confirmed that he's able to play today. After 5 months of injury, he will be on the bench tonight. We expect that maybe the Dutch player can have a few minutes in the second half.
Well, there you go. That is Barca's lineup for tonight. Of course, Eric Garcia out suspended. And that is the starting 11 that Hansi Flick has put out there. Rate it from 1 to 10. Of course, great news that Frenkie de Jong has been included back in the squad list. We'll see if we see him in the second half. As I say, rate the lineup from 1 to 10. Give us your thoughts. What would you have done differently? Are you just fine with it? Let us know on the live chat. I'll be reading out some of your comments. Joining me here in the studio tonight, on the left-hand side of the couch, is the not-so-young boy, Spencer Seacon.
Oh, I'm younger than you.
True. Truth being told there.
Yeah.
You all right?
You looking for a dig? Hello, come on, it's Champions League. We got to be together on this one. I'm ready. I'm expecting some goals tonight. I'm hoping for it.
And on the right-hand side of the couch, the younger gal, Natalie Bracey.
Also not a young boy.
No, also not a young boy.
Not a young boy, but younger.
Close enough.
Happy
Right,
to be
Natalie?
here. I am looking for an exciting Champions League night.
Well, it's an opportunity for Barca to get that first win of the Champions League, as I said, much needed after the defeat in Monaco, that game in which we had to play with 10 players for over 80 minutes due to the Eric Garcia sending off. Your thoughts on the lineup? I mean, there wasn't much to pick from in terms of first-team players. We only have 4 first-team players on the bench today. Ansu Fati, Pablo Torre, Pau Victor, and Frenkie de Jong, 2 of them coming back from injuries.
Yeah, I think everybody is probably going to look at this 11 and say it looks exactly as we expected it to look, perhaps minus Ferran coming in for Pablo Torre, or Ansu probably wasn't going to start this game. So I don't know. We're going to see once this game starts, and I think it's also going to be fluent throughout the game, but I don't think Ferran's going to play where we have him right now. I think Rafinha is the player that's going to cut infield more often, and they'll be a little bit more switchable, because Rafinha is going to want to get on the ball more against a team that he can drive at against the back line.
Comments from the live chat. OS says a 7 as a rating for the lineup. IHAM says 9 out of 10. Olga says 10 out of 10 as we're seeing the players warm up. And Frenkie de Jong there warming up with the substitutes. IHAM, as I said, a 9 out of 10. Who else? Who else have we got there giving ratings? Vamos Barça. Mohamed says 6 goals win for Barca today. That's ambitious. Nice. Natalie, a good way to come back from that Osasuna defeat would be to produce a performance like the ones we've seen this season, let's say against Valladolid, against Villarreal, against Girona, to come out right from the get-go, and produce some nice attacking football.
I think that's what they're going for tonight. I mean, I think this team needs it. The last 2 games have been like not as exciting, not as many goals as we want. So I think this is the opportunity for them to gain that confidence back, and I think give back some excitement to the fans who are expecting so much of this team. And Frankie de Jong is back. We're starting to get some of these players back from all these injuries, so hopefully we can have a happy ending tonight.
Carolina says, given circumstances, 10 out of 10. Circumstances are that 8 potential starters are out injured. So, I mean, you have limited options there. You can talk about depth in squad all you want. If you have 8 potential starters out injured, that's always going to be complicated. Right, it's time to vote for who might be the key player for tonight. 3 options. There they are on our screens. Robert Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and Pedri. Is it a Lamine Yamal night?
Every night seems to be a Lamine Yamal night. You want to go first?
I was going to say Lamine Yamal. He, I think, scored the other day. He didn't get to play as much. I think he wants to take the opportunity to make more of an impact tonight and hopefully play the whole game, or at least more.
I have 2 different thought paths on this one. I remember pretty much every game that Barça have played against the pot 4 opponent, they usually get something out of Lewandowski.
Yep.
Like the Victoria Pilsen. But if you remember, against Victoria Pilsen, Pablo Torres scored. So he's not starting today.
Yep.
But maybe Marc Casado
Maybe.
becomes somebody in this game that you couldn't prepare for if you were young boys because you're so focused on Rafinha and Lamine and Lewandowski. Maybe Marc Casado could be a little bit of a key tonight.
I'll go Lamine. I think we feed the youngster the ball on that right wing and let him cook, and so do all those people on the live chat who are voting option number 2. Neil Lacan, Ricard Miklaheim, Rawan says Pedri, Meanbro says Lamine Yamal, Vicky says Lamine Yamal as well, Bloney says Lewandowski hat-trick. I like it. I like that. Right. Mark Brau, who is back today after an absence during the weekend, got to speak to Hansi Flick just a few minutes ago, so let's go and hear what our head coach had to say.
As usual, only a few minutes to start the game. We have the FC Barcelona coach, Mr. Hansi Flick. Hi, Mr. Flick, how are you?
Good, very good, thanks.
I asked you yesterday, how is the feeling to start the UEFA Champions League at home? It's not the same that in Monaco, but for you also, it's special, and for the players, the first Champions League game of the season at home.
Absolutely, and every match at home is a special match. So you also can see last match here at home was unbelievable. The fans support us, and hopefully also they will do it today. And hope so we can start really good in this game against young boys. And yeah, I think we are ready for this match.
You have many injuries, and of course Eric is suspended for today's game. If we take a look at the lineup, we saw 4 forwards today. So it's the game plan, attacking and to be ready since the first minute of the game?
Always. It's always our idea to attack the opponent, give them not so much space, and also for us important the ball possession. But we have to take care about that because the transition from young boys is really good. They are fast players and always looking for that, and so we have to take care about that.
The last one this morning, it was confirmed that Frankie de Jong is able to play today. So I don't know if you can explain us the plan, or how is the player? How do you feel the player today? How is Frankie after a long time without being with the team?
I think he is very happy. Very happy. I think also, a little bit, I will not say not afraid, but the emotions are very, very big. So back to here in the dressing room with all the other players, with the team, it's fantastic. It's the next step for him.
I'm gonna say thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
The words of our coach, Mr. Flick. You can go if you want. He has to go to the locker room. Talking about Frankie de Jong, remember, he's on the bench since 5 months. He was injured in Santiago Bernabeu. Today he's in the bench. Maybe he can play some minutes in the second half.
Yeah, that was in April that Frankie de Jong got injured. Today he makes his return. Maybe we will see him in the second half. Hansi Flick with a smile on his face there, referring to Frankie de Jong, the emotions and how excited he is to be back. Right, shall we go over the young boys lineup? Not very familiar names, but here we go. Keller in goal, a defense of 4 with Bloom, Kamara, Zokru and Hajam. In midfield, Lopa and Ugrinic. On the right, Montero. On the left, Colli. Up front, Imeri and Itten. Spence, one of the things that Hansi Flick just referred to there is that we have to be careful with their transition play, and that was something that Barca suffered with, especially once we were 2-0 down against Osasuna.
Yeah, I don't think many of us are going to sit here tonight and pretend that we know so much about this team.
No, we do not.
But what we do know is how this game, how football works, and when teams are up against it, especially on the road in a big environment, playing probably many of these players playing the game of their life tonight at this stage of their career. You have to be careful because this is the one they've got circled on their calendar. This is the one that these players will be fully prepared for, and they're most likely, as you just said, going to have to sit back, absorb the pressure, and get their chances slowly and surely and try to take them when they can.
And they do have their backs against the wall, especially in the Swiss League. They're the defending champions. Right now, they're 11th in a league of 12. Have only won 1 game out of 8. Got off to a bad start in the Champions League, losing 3-0 at home to Aston Villa. But I think, Natalie, tonight, it's just not about them. It's about what Barca can do, what Barca can come out and do right from the very beginning, how they react to that defeat at the weekend.
Yeah, I think you can tell from the lineup, Hansi Flick wants to come out and score lots of goals. We're playing at home. Barca's done very well at home this season. It's the opportunity to score a lot of goals.
And an opportunity to finally forget those games against Getafe and Osasuna. Quite the week to forget that one last week. Right, let's play a round of Guess the Player with some pictures of yesterday's training session, the last training session before this game against the young boys. There we go. That's the first one. This one's for you, Spencer Siegel, in that training kit, which
Nice kit.
I
dig
quite
it.
like.
I like the blue.
I dig
I
it.
might go to the Barca store online and get it. So, Spencer Siegel, who do you think that might be with the header?
Heading the ball. That's a tough one. Is it a young boy?
I'm not giving you any clues.
Oh, come on. That's.
It's not a young boys player. It's a Barca player.
Thank you for that.
That was helpful.
I'm kind of torn between a young boy and a not so young boy because it kind of looks like it could be Lewandowski. You know, who's getting on the end of headers here? Maybe it's Pedri. I'm gonna go with Lewandowski.
You're going with Lewandowski. OS is going with Ansu Fati. Blony's going with Ansu Fati. Alonso is going with Ansu Fati. Kingsley is going with Ansu. Lots of Fatis. Is there any correct answer?
Well, that means I'm not.
Luita 711 goes Lewandowski.
Oh!
And Lewandowski is the correct
Wow.
answer.
Well done.
There you go. There you go.
I'm on a roll.
Natalie, this one's for you.
Okay.
This is a left-footed player.
Left-footed player.
Oh,
Okay.
she gets that clue? Really?
Yeah, she does.
I mean, that still doesn't help as much.
She has less experience at this game than you do, Spence.
They're wearing a long sleeve, I think. I don't know. Now I've gone blank on who's
Footed.
left-footed.
Player.
Rachel Figaro has got it right. Games and Memes has it right as well. Who else?
Is it Rafinha?
You're going Rafinha. Alia's going Ansu Fati. Jaden's going Lamine Yamal. Eric Vasquez is going Leo Messi. No, he was not in training yesterday.
It could
The
be
correct
Lamar.
answer is Inigo. Inigo
I
Martinez
thought he was wearing long
returning
sleeve.
to the
It was
lineup.
his tattoos.
Returning to the lineup in tonight's game. Let's do one more. And this is from yesterday's training session. Look at that toupee.
Yeah, that's an interesting
This one's
silhouette.
for the two of you. Who might that be?
Hey, I had a funny thought that I'm going to keep to myself.
Okay.
Whose hair is like that on this team? I mean, I guess Lamin's always messing with it.
Pablo Gavi updates, has it correct. Rushi Bidikar says Gavi,
Or it
which
could
is
be,
not correct.
Could be like a Pablo Torre style.
Cade has it correct. Okay, I'm going to need an answer from both of you.
All right, at the same
Lots of
time.
the Amals and Gavis,
At
which
the
is
same
not
time?
correct.
At the same time, I'm telling you right now, I'm stuck between two. All right, on the count of three.
Deadpool's cousin.
One,
Correct.
2, 3. Lamin, you're supposed to go with me.
Sorry, I don't know, just Marc Casador.
Neither of you are correct because it is the
Oh!
returning youngish
Look
boy,
at
De
those
Jong.
luscious locks of hair.
The
Flowing in
returning
wind.
De Jong boy.
He's so beautiful. I missed him.
He looks like a young boy. He is a
He
young
does.
boy.
Right, Barca's lineup. Let's take a look at it. Let's do a refresher. Here we have Iñaki Peña in goal. Every now and again, like out of just like reflex and habit,
You want to say
my
Ter
head goes to
Stegen?
Ter Stegen, and I have to think, no, Iñaki Peña. So Iñaki Peña starts
Yes.
in goal. Koundé, Cubarsí, Íñigo, and Balde at the back. Casador and Pedri in midfield. We've got the attacking midfielders in Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Ferran Torres. Up front is Robert Lewandowski. Let us know on the live chat your thoughts on that lineup. You can rate it from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest score. Let's go and listen to what Ferran Torres, one of the starters in tonight's game, had to say to Marc Brau just a few minutes ago.
Only a few minutes to start the first game at home in this UEFA Champions League era for Barça. And we are with one of the players who will start in tonight's game. Estem amb Ferran Torres. Ferran, què tal, com estàs?
Bona nit, què tal?
Com està un jugador?
Tell me, how is a
falta
player
per començar un partit
just
de
before
Champions?
a Champions
Precisament
League
suposo que amb
game?
ganes, no? Primer partit de la temporada
Sure,
de
you're
Champions League
excited?
a casa.
First Champions League game at home? de sortir al camp. Yeah, we can't wait for this game to start. Fent els últims retoques, preparant-se We're físicament per al Just calfament. taking part in the last preparations. Warm-up is all set, and we're ready. Un partit dur, un I partit expect de a tough Champions game, va ser molt físic, like molta we always qualitat, do in the però, Champions bueno, League, que physical que games. nosaltres volem, I a partir d'ahí, intentar We want to impose our gameplay guanyar el partit.
Ja
and
per
win the
acabar,
game.
tal com està la competició, amb aquest nou format, és molt important avui
What do you
guanyar,
make of
no
this
ens
new
pot escapar la
format?
victòria. Ho
It's
deia
important
ahir el
now
míster, que després
to
del
pick
que
up the
va passar a
win.
Pamplona és un bon dia per intentar tornar al
Today
camí de la victòria.
is a good day to get back to winning ways. Aquí a casa, amb els Yeah, we're nostres, playing here at home in front of our fans, so we want to pick up the win, hopefully with a lot of goals, and
Gràcies,
pick up our confidence. Thank you.
The words of Ferran Torres, the Shark, Ferran the Shark, ready to start the game today. He will be in the lineup and is really looking forward to play in front of our fans.
Ferran Torres, one of the starters in the lineup as we see the final clip of the players warming up in Montjuic. There is Ferran Torres, a player who could do with a goal. I think there were, on the live chat, there's a lot of unfair criticism always regarding Ferran Torres.
Yep.
Came very close to scoring against Osasuna after that individual run. And we'll see if he can get his name on the scoring list tonight. Of course, players who could come on in the second half, Ansu Fati, Frenkie de Jong. You've got Pau Victor as well, who scored his first goal the other day at El Sadar. And Pablo Torres as well as all of the youngsters. I mean, we face young boys today, but that should probably be the name of our team, really, truthfully.
How many of those do you get today? How many of those jokes do you get to make?
So many.
He has to take advantage.
And there's one that I won't make, I think.
Well, now you're going to have to later.
Later,
Save
at
it.
halftime, with
Save
our
it.
mics off.
Save it.
Anyway, since Marc Brau is otherwise engaged, I am going to conduct the game quiz today.
Oh, great. So that's one extra question for us.
So, game quiz, pre-game quiz is Young Boys edition, but I am not quizzing you on our opponent tonight. I'm quizzing you
Oh, okay.
on some of
But I
the
did my
young-
research on the opponent tonight.
Well,
Did you know that they've never played each other before?
not in an official game, no. There you go. How many players, Spence, are in today's squad list, Barca's squad list? How many of them are under 18? Is it 5, 2, or 7?
Under 18.
Under 18, so
Yeah.
not allowed to drive in this country.
Could be 18 here?
Yeah.
16 in the US.
Well, it's 18 here.
Wow.
I think it's 18 like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we do it a little different. Okay,
Carry
well,
guns as well in the US?
Well, off the top of my head, this is tough. I'm gonna like find the middle ground. I'm gonna go with 5.
Who might they be?
You got Lamine. You got I want to say Astralaga. QRC 17, so it eliminates 2. I mean, it could be 7, but I'm gonna stick with my gut here. Well, no, because then you got the Fernandez brothers, but they're over 18, I think. So I think they're 18 or 19. So
I'm going to stop you there, Spence. You got it right.
Yeah.
It is 5.
Yeah.
It is 5. The Fernandez cousins are
Thank you.
are under 18. Andres Cuenca is under 18, and Lamine and Kouassi. Second question is for Natalie Baresi. Which team did Pau Kouassi make his Champions League debut against? One of the young boys. Did he make it last season against Royal Antwerp in the group stage? Was it against Napoli in the round of 16? Or was it against Shakhtar in the group stage?
I don't remember. I completely blanked. I'm just going to go with number 3 against Shakhtar.
You're going to go 3 against Shakhtar. Alonso Martinez says Napoli.
Was it
Claire
Napoli?
Cuneo says Napoli. Rick,
That was my first
Rickard
choice.
says 1. FC Barcelona says 2. Noptyko says Napoli. Lots of Napolis on the live chat. And the correct answer is Napoli.
I'll never get a
Because
quick
Pau
question
Kouassi
right.
didn't play until the turn of the year. He didn't play in the group
I
stage
forget
of the
he
Champions
just
League.
started playing.
Exactly. I mean, 1 year ago, Pau Kouassi had not played a single minute for Barca. And that is bonkers to me.
Yeah.
It feels like he's been playing for years already.
Yeah. That was for Dikembe Mutombo, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
That was
Rest in peace.
that was for him.
Rest in peace, Dikembe.
For real.
No.
For real.
No. Yeah. Last question. Who did Lamine Yamal replace in his Champions League debut, which was last season against Royal Antwerp? He came on in the second half. Did he come on for Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, or Rafinha? This one's for the both of you. You can agree to disagree with your answer.
My gut is telling me Rafinha.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Okay, all right. We're going to, as a unit on this couch here, deliver Rafinha
Rafinha?
as the answer.
Is that correct? Tabiso says Rafinha as well. Lots of Ferran. Daljit History Boy saying Ferran. Ramis saying Rafinha. Who else have we got? Abdi Rahman says Rafinha. Josway says Rafinha. And the correct answer is Rafinha.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Oh, you
just
can
felt-
make it turkey. There you go. Turkey. Nice.
Well, you got a 2 out of 3, guys. Wonderful news. After the quiz, always come the secret numbers, and Marvrao has them for us.
Only a few minutes to start the game between Barça and Young Boys. We are really looking forward to watch this game. But now it's time to play a little bit. Now it's time to play with my secret numbers, because I said in the first connection that today will be the first time that Barça will play against Young Boys. They played friendly matches long time ago, but it will be the first time that Barça will face Young Boys in an official competition. And I have some secret numbers, some important numbers for tonight's game. So let's go with the numbers. 163, 13 and 16. I have to say, I assume, that they are not easy numbers to discover what those numbers can be for today's game. There's all the numbers related with this game. Of course, the 3 points that Barça wants to have for the first time this season in the UEFA Champions League. But maybe you can think in our chat what those numbers could be. Let's go with the first, that I think is one of the most important of tonight's game. It's 163 is the number of days since Frenkie de Jong played for the last time with Barça. It was in April 21st against Real Madrid, a Clásico, the last action of the first half at that day in Santiago Bernabeu, in an action with Federico Valverde. He suffered an injury in his ankle, and 5 months between April and September, but 163 are the days between that day and today. We expect to see Frenkie de Jong in the pitch, in the field, in the second half for a few minutes. It will be for sure good news for today. The 13 is the number of goals that Barça scored at Montjuic in UEFA Champions League. It was last season, 13 goals scored in 5 games. Remember, 5 goals against Royal Antwerp, 2 goals against Shakhtar Donetsk. Remember, 2 goals against Porto, 3 against Napoli, and only 1 goal, the last one here in the Champions League in Montjuic, scored by Rafinha. So, how many goals do you think the Barça could score this season here at Montjuic? And the last number, it's not easy, but I think it's a little bit funny. 16 is the number of years since Barça faced a Swiss team. It was a game against Basel. It was in the group phase of UEFA Champions League. Barça played first in Basel. Barça won that day 5-0 with the first goal of Sergio Busquets. But the game played in Camp Nou was the last one against a Swiss team, and that day the score was 1-1, a draw. We have to explain that that season, the final of that season was the treble. Barça won against Manchester United the Champions League trophy, and we won a treble. So last time we faced a Swiss team, the season ended with a treble. We don't know what can happen this season. So these are my circuit numbers for today's game, and other numbers just to put an end of this connection. What is my prediction? Of course, I'm really optimistic today, and I think that Barça will gonna win 5-0. We won the first 3 points of the season in UEFA Champions League, and I think that it will be with this score.
Well, thank you very much, Marc, for the secret numbers and that very optimistic prediction. 5-0 was the result against Royal Antwerp last season in the group stage, our pot 4 opponent last season. Tonight we face the defending champions of the Swiss League, who have not started out so hot at the beginning of this season. Right, Natalie, I see you have a 4-1. Spence, you have a 5-1, so more or less.
We're all
Yeah.
in the ballpark here. We've all got similar numbers. Let's hope that we see as many goals in that direction coming for Barca.
I would like to ask the live chat as well for your predictions. Give us some predictions. Let us know what you think the final score will be. Live chat. I went for a 4-0. Natalie 4-1. 5-1. You're both thinking that we might concede a goal.
Why do you always say that?
Well,
You asked me for my prediction.
I did some research on young boys, and they tend to concede a lot, but also score. So that's why I thought.
well, I did my research as well on young boys, and I have to tell you that part of their problem is defense this year. They've gone from conceding 0.89 or 0.89 goals per game last season, so just under a goal per game, to 2 this year, so double that. And they conceded just over 4 shots last season and are facing an average of 6 shots this season. So
they're going to see more than 6 shots today.
I think they may. Our captain tonight is Rafinha. The referee is Eric Lambrechts, and the captain for young boys is Camara. Montjuic should be buzzing tonight, guys, to support the team, looking for this first very important win in the Champions League.
It's going to be fun. I'm glad the Champions League is back in Barcelona. We missed it because it wasn't as we were wanting it to go in Monaco.
Yep.
Now we bring it back home.
Yeah, it's like a restart, another chance to get going.
There you go. And yeah, this pressure on the team, this pressure for this first win, and I hope that they can deliver. Right before this game starts, I would like to ask the live chat for some Blaugrana support. So maybe we can go with the blue and red circle emojis on the live chat to fill it up with Blaugrana. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's the little contribution that we can make from here. Let's go with the circles. Let's go with the circles. Exactly. Let's go with the circles. Blue and red circles. I just started that on the live chat. So
no hearts here.
We'll do the hearts later. Blaugrana love comes later on in the show. There you go. There you go. You seriously have to make Rafinha our permanent captain, says Carolina. Well, he's doing a good job in the absence of the others. If he comes on in the second half, Frenkie de Jong will be the captain tonight. The game is still not underway because something happened at kickoff. And
I did the lean and everything.
Yeah.
There you go. I just leaned and
Now it's ready.
Let's go.
yeah, the game is a little bit too loud in there you go. Thank you. Jordi, he's on it, our sound tech. Barça with the first possession. Barça playing in Blaugrana tonight, and Íñigo Martínez has played it long to Lamine Yamal, who passes back to Koundé. How good has Koundé been, by the way, at the beginning of this season? Playing every single minute so far.
It's been great. He's really grown on the right-hand side for Barça, because in the past he's been asked to defend a lot more, and now he has license to go forward.
We want to see Barça doing exactly what they're doing right now. Press high, make it difficult for these young boys to play from behind, to build, press and create quick chances. Here's Rafinha recovering.
And we're
Lewandowski on the left, and Barca are going straight for it once they recover. Here's Lewandowski, run down the left, and pass back to Balde, and Barca are going to reorganize themselves and restart.
We're seeing Rafinha play in the middle of the park as so far as predicted.
I see a chance coming very soon, so let's ask the question right now. Who will be the first scorer for tonight's game? Obviously, we're going to go with the top line. We always have three options there. Varane is option 1, Lewandowski option 2, Lamine Yamal option 3. Could be someone else. Spence.
Robert Lewandowski.
Natalie.
Lewandowski.
You want to sing the rap, right? You want to rap tonight, Spence?
I'm always down to perform. They don't pay me anymore, but yeah, I'd like to.
Here is Lamine Yamal, who is my option, by the way, for first goal of the night. There you go, live chat. Let us know. Let us know who you think might be the first scorer of tonight's game, with Íñigo Martínez trying to put it into the box. Koundé was roving around there. What was he doing there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is Íñigo recovering as Pau Cubarsí was fouled by the young boys striker. 2 minutes in, and we've already seen how Barca are looking to do just what we said. Keep it in young boys' half, keep it in that final third, try and recover, press high, and just go for it. Careful now, because Hansi Flick did say that they are dangerous in transition, but Casado is important there in making the recovery.
They have to pick their moments to go forward, young boys, but then Barca will have to pick their moments to counter the counter, because if they commit too many bodies forward, that's when Barca can strike. We're not starting the day with a hat, by the way.
We are well. We are sort of starting the day with a hat.
We are?
We are sort of starting the day with a hat, yes.
I see that. I see now.
The red hat.
How are you doing, Mannequin Spence?
Doing great. Love it. No problems here. Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Here is Lamine Yamal on the edge of the box. The shot into the hands of Keller.
He loves those out-of-the-box shots.
Should we ask the mannequin for a prediction? Mannequin, do you have a prediction?
This one's probably gonna go the way of Barca, but you already knew that. Come on, man. 6-0.
Oh. Well, the mannequin is wearing the good luck cap.
Yeah.
The lucky charm.
Why does he get the good luck cap?
Well, we've been sharing it around.
I gotta say, Mannequin's taken over a little bit too much for my liking.
Next thing you know, Mannequin's going to be sitting here.
That's what I'm worried about.
I mean,
Can his legs
you have
bend?
been fairly absent lately.
All right. Look out.
Look out, Íñigo Martínez with the recovery, and that was a offside. I think it'll be important as well today for Barca to try and keep the clean sheet. For Iñaki Peña as well. Not a lot he could have done really in the 4 goals that we conceded against Osasuna.
That was tough. That was a tough night.
It was a tough night.
But it was made much better by
The Lamine Yamal goal?
I was going to say the next day. When Atleti got one late.
Well, let's talk about it in a second. But I was saying the 4 goals. I'm just trying to go through them in my head. The first one is a header from point blank range. Not a lot that you can do. Second is a one-on-one with Brian Zaragoza, who has crazy skills.
That dude can ball, man. That dude can ball.
Maybe you can argue if Iñaki goes the right way, but I mean it's all a hats off thing with Brian Zaragoza. Third is a penalty. maybe the shot from long range, but that was coming out of nowhere, man. I mean,
You can't predict where that's going.
I just think, let's see if we can give him a clean sheet tonight, if the defense can help him as well. Maybe he has to make a big save. That builds his confidence as well. And I feel like that would be important going forward. Referring what you were saying,
Yes.
weekend didn't turn out too badly.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Still have the point advantage in the league, so not too bad.
Angel Correa, a cult figure.
Yeah.
Barca legend now.
Yeah, always.
Uh,
Ojo, Atleti, be careful. They're starting to round into some form. They could actually end up being a direct rival if it continues like this.
What is
Not yet.
the key to today's game? Is it to forget that Osasuna defeat quickly, which I feel already seeing how Barca come out is done. Check. Dominate possession, which we are doing as well, or the high press and quick chances, which is what I think is the key. Option number 3, because that's going to give you confidence. It's going to demoralize them. It's going to make them feel helpless in tonight's game. Natalie?
Exactly. Like you said, we basically want to be bullies and not let them have any chances.
In a footballing sense.
Yeah.
Here's Koundé with the cross. Too long.
Barca wants to dominate this game. They want to score as many goals. We're all feeling optimistic, and they want to make that actually happen. We felt that way in the last 2 games, in league games, and that didn't really happen. And I think Barca wants to get back to these big scoring matches, like the 7-1, just 5-0, 4-0, whatever will happen. Hopefully with a clean sheet, but they're hoping for lots of goals today.
Spence.
Yeah, personally, I'd like number 2 to be the one. I'd like to see them dominate possession, because young boys can be dangerous. We've seen that in the past in the Champions League. If they get on the ball quite a bit. Here you go.
Here's Lamine Yamal
Nice.
inside to Rafinha. The shot on the turn is going to be Barca's first goal. Vamos!
Lewandowski, let's go!
You knew it was coming.
We called it. Woo! Where's my pit? Nice. You gotta do your rap now.
I trust in our audio team to make that happen. That's the way to go.
There you go.
More of that,
there
please.
There you go. There you go. The goal scored by
There we
Top
go.
the net like Lewandowski.
Oh.
Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski. There you go. And Barca score the first goal of the night through Robert Lewandowski, set up by Rafinha. Don't know whether it was a shot or a cross, but it worked anyway. And Barca are 1-0 up. Fill the live chat, guys, with the fist emojis. One against the other. The Lewandowski celebration there.
You know,
Well, mission completed, right, at the moment so far. Initial mission.
this is why I wanted to see maintained possession. They don't have to go... How can I put this delicately? They don't have to go all out for every possible attack and leave themselves vulnerable. Just keeping the ball today is enough. And if they keep doing what they're doing, they'll find another goal and they'll have that extra cushion and insurance. Just maintain that possession.
Oh, Lewandowski through to Rafinha. He could. Almost got through that one, and it could have been a clear goal-scoring chance for Barca. Careful now, because young boys are on the attack. Long cross. No one will be able to get there, and that will be throwing Barca. Right, has that goal in the 7th minute made you feel super optimistic? Let us know on the live chat. I would like you to give me football emojis with the amount of goals you think Barca might score tonight. So I'm going to do 4 emojis because my prediction was 4-0, and I'm not going to go against my prediction. Spence, you would go 5, right?
Yeah.
Natalie, you would go 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 1,
Glad I have Levy in fantasy.
Oh, I have Levy in my fantasy team.
I don't.
We'll ask the live chat who has Levy in their fantasy team. Olga says 3 footballs. Angelina says 5 footballs. Carolina, wow, going with 7, like on the...
Nice.
Oh, 8. Carolina going 8. William Jensen going 5. CNST going 4. Seeing a lot of footballs here. Bercho and, well, just an indecent amount of footballs. 10?
15.
Don't. Okay.
4.
Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side. Lamine has the support of Rafinha, but he's going to go solo initially, at least. Back to Rafinha. Barça.
Ooh, good idea.
To get into the boxes was a good idea by Rafinha. High press by Marc Casador. Keller clears long, and there's not a single young boys player on the Barca half of the pitch.
It's one of the things that with under Hansi I've noticed, and it's nothing earth-shattering, but it's something that you just see every time they build up an attack. They always make one pass at least in the build-up that you don't see coming. And if you don't see it coming, then there's a good chance that the defense doesn't see it coming either. Like that little Rafinha slip pass idea, just trying to be different, not trying to walk through the motions of life.
That's what makes a difference when you've got players who are able to do that, like Pedri or Dani Olmo when he comes back.
Yeah.
You've got Rafinha as well is capable of that. Of course, Lamine Yamal. That is the extra, and that's what's always going to help you break down defenses. Here's Rafinha. Pedri over the top. Who took who couldn't bring it down.
He wants to be a striker tonight.
We saw him the other day as well.
I think last couple of nights he wants to score a goal.
Yeah.
He's already scored one this season.
I think he's got to take that one first time. Much easier said than done, especially if you're a right back. But if you're getting another look at the goal, that was too easy. That was way too easy.
Yeah, it was like
almost Rafinha's goal.
It's okay. I have him in fantasy too, so he gets the assist.
I think I have him.
We'll go over those lineups in just a second, as we've just seen a couple of replays of the Barca goal that made it 1-0. Robert Lewandowski was the scorer. That's his first goal in the Champions League this season. He's gotten off to, I'd say, a fairly good start. 7 in La Liga, 1 in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
And this might be... Hold on. I don't have time.
Here we go. Lamine.
That's
no,
too far.
Too long.
This might be a good time to throw out a little feeler in the sense that 2 years after the Lewandowski rap came out.
Who should be the protagonist of the next rap?
The next rap, as you've said, is already under construction.
Oh!
Under construction.
Careful. No danger. It is under construction. Can we ask a question to the live chat with 3 multiple choices who they think the rap might be about? Is it a single player, or is it more of like a...
Well, my intention, and I say intention because this was also what we intended 2 years ago and it didn't quite work out that way, is to do more than one this year.
Oh.
Like maybe one in the fall, one in the spring, or something like that.
Okay, but like if we were to ask you about the next one.
The next one, I will say, it's more about the growth of this team from the 2 years past than it is about one new player or something. That's all I'm going to give you. That's it. That's all I'm giving you. I'm not giving you anything else.
Spence,
The hype.
I have to say, I am mind blown by what you have just told me. Just mind blown. I am looking forward to this rap.
Will it be on Spotify?
I wish the last one was.
Careful, because here is Balde with the long cross. Lamine Yamal could go for the volley, but decides to bring the ball down. And the fans at Montjuic were almost disappointed that he didn't do it. Oh, Lamine!
Oh my goodness!
You naughty boy!
Oh.
Gets himself into the box, and the pass goes straight into the into the hands of Keller. Well, 17 years old.
He's a young boy.
He's a young boy.
He's a young man. That's what he is.
He's a young rascal as well. Here we go. Young boys attacking offside.
Yeah.
Offside.
Nicely done.
15 minutes played. And look at that bit of skill by Lamine Yamal.
He makes it look so easy.
Such a shame that the final pass didn't connect with a Barca player. Quite liking what we're seeing here from our team. Long ball from Cubarsí. Out wide to the left. Balde's going to pick it up. Here is Íñigo Martínez. I mean, young boys definitely just sitting back and waiting for their opportunities in transition here.
It is a dangerous game to play, to just sit back and let Barca just have the ball.
Against the wounded Barca.
I think they're hoping for Barca to make some sort of mistake so they can make a quick transition, but Barca's going to take full advantage of this.
Good luck with that.
Here's Íñigo.
And look at how far ahead he is, Íñigo.
This is what Hansi's been wanting to do, though. He wants to win games in the first half.
Yep. Look, the other day, I mean, careful. Just Lamine Yamal just let the ball roll through his legs and gave himself a chance to run down the right wing. Inside pass by Koundé.
Nice.
Fantastic to find Rafinha. Rafinha tries to feed it in to the oncoming run of Ferran Torres. Didn't work out, but
he's going to have it
again. There you go, Koundé! Over the crossbar.
You can see his eyes light up. Thought he was Steph Curry for a moment.
He's ready for a celebration.
Just a tad high.
He wants to score this.
I know. He's
Champions League 9. He wants a Champions League goal.
Right.
It's just a shame
for
he has the
young
worst
boys.
fashion sense.
We have a question
I
on
think
our
it's cool.
screens. What is most important going forward? Being first before the international break in La Liga, no more injuries, or to win this first Champions League game? I'd say focus on tonight, win this first Champions League game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ask this, well, I always like to see these questions and say, what would Hansi say? If you ask the manager, what would he say? We're focused on this game right now. You want to focus on La Liga? We'll do it on was it Saturday? Sunday. On Sunday.
Sunday.
We'll do it on Sunday.
No more injuries is always. We never
Yeah,
want.
no, well, yeah, obviously no more injuries. I wish we didn't have to give that as an option, but it seems like we get someone injured game in, game out. Here is young boys trying to create something in Barca's half. Barca sitting back tightly, through ball straight into the hands of
Iñaki Peña got a touch.
He did. He did indeed. And Barca will build from behind.
They have to keep him entertained.
Yeah, every now and again, give him a touch.
Do a quick little scoreboard update.
Yeah, can we get the results? Results from the Champions League from this match day 2. Can we get them on our screens here?
We've got a couple of partidazos
Arsenal
going on concurrently.
PSG, right?
Arsenal, PSG, Leverkusen, AC Milan. Those are two fantastic games. Dortmund, Celtic seems to be going off. There you go.
And City winning 2-0.
City against Slovan Bratislava. Gundogan scored.
Oh, he's on my team.
Then, well, I'm happy for him. I like to see him have success.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the ball go out, and we'll go over our fantasy league, because I feel like I'm on...
Who scored for Inter Milan?
Against Red Star, Çalhanoğlu.
Okay, it's not...
Çalhanoğlu.
That's right. It's the,
I was hoping it was Martinez.
Yeah. We need the broken C on this app. It's Çalhanoğlu.
Right. You take a look at the Barca players who are in the stands right now, and you've got Dani Olmo, Christensen, Eric Garcia. You can build a full lineup with those players who are out. By the way, Marc Bernal got a contract extension done this week, so good news for the future for Barca. Much promise there.
Yeah, that was great. When I saw it on Instagram, though, I was worried. It looked like it was a goodbye, like a goodbye thing. I was like, what's happening? But then, no, just a contract renewal.
Here's Cazador. with Kubarsi. Young boys trying to sit back very tight there. It's Inigo Martinez.
Again, good luck with that.
Barca have been quite sharp there in finding the little unexpected pass that will get someone free inside the box. Barca just patiently playing through possession now as Kubarsi gives it away. Now Young Boys trying to run, but Inigo Martinez, who's done a wonderful job all game long, really, so far, has corrected and won it back for Barca. And here we go, we'll restart again. Pedri, who we've barely mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, because they're just being allowed to carry the ball to the midway line and then go from there. There's, I mean, not even the slightest bit of high pressure coming from Young Boys today.
It's Lamine Yamal. Pedri. Pedri, the looping pass over to Rafinha, a bit ambitious. Pedri now wins it back, tries to get it to his pal Ferran inside the box. And Barca very quickly recover. Right, do you think we're like midway through this first half? Do you think it's a good time to talk about our fantasy league?
Works for me. You're the captain of this ship.
Shall we go to the screen here? I need to. Oh, I need my phone as well because I need to go over my team as well. So I'll keep an eye on both screens, right? I'll keep an eye on this one and I'll keep an eye on that one. For those of you who don't know, Barca in possession, and for those of you who don't know, we have a fantasy league going. Hands up if you are a part of this fantasy league, which has over 100 members, hosts and you fans as well. The standings of that fantasy league are on our screens right now. FC Champion is top of it with 128 points. We hosts, none of us are in the top 10.
Give it time.
It's a long season.
Give it time, man.
Our Pablo Wolves, who was in Pamplona on Saturday, is top of the hosts league in 33rd position. 33rd. That's how well the hosts are doing with 75 points. From this show tonight, Marc Brau is top in 55th position with 67 points. I'm next in 88th with 52 points. Spence, something went wrong with your team.
I don't
49
know.
points.
Well, I forgot that I could switch people out, and when Julian...
Natalie has 48 points. That's
I had
Juice
injuries.
FC. So, if you want to join this league,
from both of us,
you have to go on the Champions League website. You go on Fantasy, type in on whichever search engine you use, type Fantasy Champions League, and you'll find a link. It's the UEFA Champions League website. You create your fantasy team. You'll be given an option to pick up 15 players. You have a budget of 100 fake million. And once you've done all of that, you select a captain as well. You select your starters. And this is the code that you will have to type to join our Barca Live Fantasy League, which, as I say, has over 100 members. There's no prizes, by the way. We're just doing it just for laughs, just for the fun of it. So Barca's still in possession. Feels like the general thing that's going on in this game. And we'll go over who we have on our teams tonight, because I think we're doing quite well, especially Servidor here. I'm doing quite well, I think, with my players. Of course, there is one thing that all of us hosts have to do, which is not to have any opponents in our lineup, so no Young Boys players, no Real Madrid players. Fans can have them. I've been told that some of the teams in the top of the standings have Real Madrid players. Boo you.
Yeah, boo you.
No,
boo yourself.
And we have to have a maximum of 3 Barca players in our squad because that's what the app allows. So, do you have your lineups ready?
I got it right here.
Yeah.
Spence, who do you have?
We have Robert Lewandowski up top. He's got 5 points already today and counting. We also have Rafinha in the midfield. Hold on.
Who has the
Speaking
assist?
of.
Crossed by Balde, picked up by Keller.
And I got Balde further back. I got Ruben Dias back there. And then I'm going to make a couple of changes before we get to tomorrow's games. I think there's probably 1 or 2 changes in my future because it's Villa against Bayern, and I don't want either keeper, of whom I have both. I don't want either keeper in that one.
Natalie, what's your 11 at the moment?
Well, I just realized that I have to get another Barca player because I had Dani Olmo, but he got injured.
Oh, so you forgot to make your substitutions.
Yes, but I have Rafinha and I have Cubarsí and I have Lautaro Martinez.
Careful.
Wait a moment.
Hang on. The shot by Ferran Torres saved by Keller.
I have Julian Alvarez, Di Maria, Axel Witsel, Bernardo Silva, Van Dijk, Ruben Diaz, Otamendi, and Martinez. So most of them are playing tomorrow.
My lineup is, of course, bear in mind, this is a team of only Barca and former Barca players. That was my own rule. I did that to myself. I am going with Iñaki Peña in goal, a defensive line of 3 with Grimaldo, Emerson Royal, and Pau Cubarsí. 4 in midfield, Francisco Trincao, Ilkay Gundogan, Ousmane Dembélé, and Xavi Simons. And up front, I have Antoine Griezmann, who's playing tomorrow, Robert Lewandowski, who scored tonight, yay, and Luc de Jong.
Luke!
Round of applause for Luc de Jong.
You better drop Luke de Jong when he plays against Girona.
Well, that is not in the rule book. As Barca were given a free kick on the corner, the left corner of the box. I would like everyone in the live chat who has joined the Champions League our fantasy league, to raise their hands. Raise your hands if you have joined our league. If you're a part of our league, let me know. And if you haven't joined, why not? What is that noise?
Is there an alert? Do we have an alert?
Sounds like somebody's connecting and disconnecting a USB.
Are they?
We see you in the back.
We see you. USB.
It's the mannequin.
Is it the mannequin? Carolina, Fikayomi, football boy, Shadowblade, Aya, Olga, all of them have joined the Fantasy League. If you haven't joined it, why not? Are you a party poo? Set piece opportunity for Barca here on the corner of the box, the left corner of the box. Pedri and Rafinha. Who will deliver? Right-footed Pedri or the left-footed Rafinha? Inigo, Ferran, Cubarsí, Koundé and Lewandowski wait inside the box. Incoming cross by Rafinha! Right across the face of goal, no one connected, and it will be a throw-in to Young Boys.
Yeah.
You said you had Lewandowski?
I do.
Rafinha.
And Rafinha.
I have Lewandowski as captain.
I forgot to do that.
You should have done it.
I'm mad at myself because it was on my list of things to do today.
Was that is that a physical list or is it like a mental list? Do you carry around like a little piece of paper that you like?
It's usually a WhatsApp message to myself.
Okay.
But today it just got lost in the shuffle.
Careful, because Barca have a corner kick. Incoming cross by Rafinha to the near post.
Oh, Ferran again.
Looking for it again, and Barca inside the box.
Nice
It's Lamine. Lamine knew that
Being
Rafinha
triple
was
teamed.
offside. Ooh, Lamine being
And
knocked
foul.
over, and a foul. Just wow.
Triple team.
Have the poise there.
3 young
Just hang
boys
on,
not good enough
hang
to
on.
take down 1 young man.
Set piece opportunity for Barca now on the other side. Pedri and Rafinha once again next to the ball, and Lewandowski asking for where he wants it. Lewandowski's on it tonight. He knows he's the captain of my team.
Yeah, he wants
and
to help
he
the
knows,
fantasy league.
He knows that, it's important for me to not be an 88th spot in the league that I've organised.
Well, then Rafinha needs to help out, and Cubarsí could get a goal as well.
Oh, that would be amazing. Incoming cross by Rafinha, headed away. Of course, if Cubarsí's on my team. Cubarsí has never scored for Barca in the first team.
I would love to see him score.
We still need to figure out not what the winner gets because we're playing for fun, but what amongst the hosts, what punishment the loser, the last place host, has to endure.
Right now, I think that's Irati.
Wearing a Real Madrid jersey or something.
See, that's what we like messed around with earlier, and I don't know that these shows.
This is the show.
These shows are always recorded for now and forever and for eternity, and I think anybody on this show wearing a Real Madrid jersey, no matter the context, is probably a bad idea. Just saying.
Check. I think it is.
But that was the first thought. Like it's obvious. I don't know. Maybe the chat can help us.
Careful here, because young boys have the ball, and I do. Oof, very close. The opportunity, the shot is going to go off Koundé, and it's a corner kick, and that is a big warning. And
goal kick.
Goal kick. Oh,
yeah,
just missed.
Thank God that was off target.
Alia, what happened? In last position.
Really?
With Diego. Diego and Alia. 27 points each. Oh, it was a bad miss.
Diego, I expect to be all the way down there. Like
Beef.
Diego, that doesn't surprise me. That's why we need a punishment. Alia, I was expecting better from you. I was.
We just saw
Fix it.
the exact reason why Barca should score a second goal.
Yeah, you can't be toying around with 1-0.
No.
It's just not ideal.
One of those games in which Barca are having possession. Not a whole lot of chances. Keeper hasn't had to make a lot of saves. I think like a second goal would open up the floodgates, maybe.
Yeah, Young Boys is being patient, but when they have those opportunities, they're getting a little too dangerous. So Barca definitely needs to get another goal before the end of the second half, end of the first half, or two.
Let me see what the live chat is saying about this fantasy league, by the way, because I would like to know if you're in the league and you have 3 Barca players and one of them is Lewandowski. Who has Lewandowski and who has him as their captain tonight? Who's feeling lucky tonight? Raise your hand.
Captain Louis.
That is only me here in the studio. I'm the one with the bragging rights at the moment. Incoming cross by Koundé. Alia says, I am like Eugenia. I have no idea how to do this fantasy league.
Eugenia catching strays on a Tuesday.
Does Lamine Yamal have an on-target shot? No, not yet, I don't think. Billionaire Master raising their hand. Carolina says she has Lewandowski, but not as captain. So does Elmir Days. 32 minutes played. And Barca will have the ball. Is it a corner?
It might be a corner.
I think it looks
which
like
was a nonchalant giveaway if it was. It looks like
it is a corner kick.
Come on,
Koubarsi
Koubarsi.
is the player who's been shown.
The camera centers in on Koubarsi. The directors in the back have no idea who's getting this ball.
Right, but it always looks good when they get it right.
Yeah.
They know he's going to score.
A ver.
Well, Barca have taken the corner short. Here's Pedri trying to get free. Incoming cross by Pedri. Punched away by Keller. And there'll be another corner kick on the other side. Come on, we need another goal from Barca, guys. Should we get some blue and red hearts, some Barca support, some Barca love? Blue and red hearts. Come on, guys. I feel that we need a bit of love. We need to activate this. We need support.
Oh, here we
Here's
go.
Pedri. Ooh, the shot by Pedri, and there you go. There you go. The goal by Rafinha. Vamos. Second goal.
Rafinha, my fantasy league. Yeah.
Capitá.
Vamos.
El nostra capitá.
Let's go. I didn't even see the goal. I was looking at my hearts.
It came out of almost nowhere. But that's what you're looking for.
Let's go.
There you go, Rafinha. Vamos with the second goal of the night.
Captain.
Right, let's see. Off of the corner kick. Rafinha is the one who puts it back into the box, finds Pedri, keeps himself inside. The shot by Pedri.
Off the face of someone?
That's bad luck.
That's terrible luck. That was really nicely
Bad
headed
luck
away.
for Young Boys. The shot by Pedri gets blocked by a defender who heads it straight into a teammate. And off of the loose ball, Rafinha slams it into the back of the net. Barca 2, Young Boys 0.
Bam!
And it is right what we needed. Right, keep coming. Blue and red hearts, guys. Blue and red hearts for Barca. We asked for them right before the goal. I think just asking for them created something here.
Fantasy team's looking good now, isn't it?
I need Koubarsi to score now.
I need Koubarsi to score now as well. Give us some blue and red hearts. There you go.
One Rafinha goal, one Rafinha assist, one Levy goal. What's next?
13 successful passes, 1 assist, 1 goal. Lamine Yamal with the hustle there, receiving the applause of the fans. More blue and red hearts. Come on, guys, that's not enough. Barca inside of Young Boys box. Cubarsí will recover as Young Boys tried to play it out from behind. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
He's
Can't
being
knock him
mauled.
over.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Every time they get to him, they knock him
pummeled.
over.
And that is Spencer Siegel.
Oh.
A yellow card. Carolina says, I need Lamine or Levy to score again. I have them both in my fantasy league. I think like we're getting a lot of set piece opportunities here. I think
More than usual.
Go ahead, call it. Go on. Call this, predict this one exactly right. Remember, everything is recorded here, so as soon as you say it, if it happens, we can corroborate the story.
Well, I was going to hope for a Pau Cubarsí goal, but it could be Inigo. It could be Inigo.
Which one?
Inigo, because it's not going to happen.
Ojo, Koundé.
Keep those blue and red hearts coming. Come on, guys. Love for Barca. It worked the last time.
Let's go.
Rafinha and Pedri next to the ball.
Please calm down. You calm down as well.
Everyone calm down,
Everybody,
says the referee.
Please.
A lot of grabbing inside the box. Lamine Yamal going, I don't understand. I don't know what you're saying. You're from Belgium. I'm from Spain. I don't know what he's saying.
You wouldn't assign a referee to a game that doesn't speak Spanish, no? They're all multilingual.
I don't know. Incoming cross by Pedri.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's out to Nico! Oh,
Wait, that was amazing.
silly man! You silly man!
That was actually amazing. Vamos! Your mic pack fell off.
I lost
His
my
microphone fell off.
Could I get my microphone back on?
Wow. Dude, that was crazy.
You crazy
You're
man!
psychic.
Take a lap.
I called it. Íñigo Martínez, vamos!
What a goal.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
And that is Íñigo's first goal ever for Barca. And can we get the clip back? I don't know.
Run that back.
This now is my victory lap.
You deserve it, honestly. I'll give you that. That was impressive.
I would like a replay.
That was Íñigo's celebration. Right, Jordi Cochran. No, do we have
Save the clip.
me saying that Íñigo Martínez will score? Do we have it with sound? Here's Lamine, 3-0, 38th minute.
Oh my goodness.
Stop it, Lamine.
The other
Stop
two
it.
aren't even trying to get near. They don't want
Oh,
to get embarrassed.
No.
And he gets knocked over after
Tying his defenders
giving the
in
ball away.
knots. Yeah, see, now this just became a lot of fun. It's been fun today.
I mean, this was the game we wanted, and it was like starting to get a little slow, but now they picked up the pace, and now we're here.
Well, the game that we were due for as well.
Here is Pau Cubarsí to Rafinha, inside pass, Ferran Torres. Ferran trying to link up with Lewandowski. The recovery by Rafinha on the edge of the box. Here's Lewandowski. Ferran.
Oh.
Denied by Keller. And now Barca have gone full attack mode. You remember, did you guys ever play Championship Manager, the game?
Football Manager?
Or Football Manager? You had different settings that you could have your team, so you could go like ultra defensive, and the line just like went progressed. Like, so you went with a really short line if you were going ultra defensive. You were going like medium. Barca are going like full line here.
Ultra attack.
This is great.
Gung ho.
This is fun football.
Yeah.
And because goal differential matters,
yes,
there's no
keep
reason.
going.
There's no reason to stop for this entire game. It's not like they're going to be taking their foot off the gas. Easy, Lamine.
Pull out
easy,
your yellow card.
Easy, buddy.
I say if this ends 3-0 at half time, there's no reason to bring Lamine on for the second half. as limited as you are in your options.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he's going to do it. I think he deserves to keep playing. But if we're going to see this kind of behavior from the young boys players, just
I honestly, in their defense, I think they've been a little frustrated with being shown up by a guy who's 17 years old.
Well, yeah, but
I understand the frustration. I'm not condoning the behavior.
I think they expected it, to be honest.
But this is a game where Pau Victor can do just as much damage.
Or Ansu Fati. I think it's the
I want to see
today
Ansu
is
Fati.
the perfect situation for Ansu to come on.
I've been dying to see him.
And the perfect situation to give some rest to these players.
Oh, another set piece.
Another set piece. Here is Lamine Yamal. The shot by Lamine Yamal, picked up by Keller. I've been told we have the in-studio reaction of that third goal scored by Íñigo Martínez. Can we
give me that? Give me all of the replays. Go on.
Can we see that reaction to the third goal? Juanet!
My God, he's got the crazy Cancelo eyes.
Oh my God.
Unreal.
Crazy.
Oh, and
here we go. It could be a fourth. It could be a fourth. Ferran Torres goes down inside the box. He wasn't able to pull off the shot. That's what you get when Íñigo Martínez scores. Crazy reactions. What are you liking most about the game? Lewandowski's form, the high press, or Lamine Yamal's magic? I have to say it might be Lamine Yamal's magic. By the way, it wasn't Ferran Torres, it was Lewandowski who can get the shot off.
Can he get it away? That's...
Well. I think there may not be enough, but...
Are we holding on? We're holding on. No, now we're playing.
Now we're playing. Okay. I'm going option 3.
For me, the high press.
I agree. Lamine Yamal's magic is fantastic, but it's also great to see the high press from everyone and just getting this result and continuing to try to get more.
The Barça supporter.
They love it. Montjuic is bumping.
The flag. Yeah.
Més entrar a la grada, em vaig enamorar, el cor em bategava, no em preguntis per què, del Barça soc supporter, sempre t'animaré, ale, 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 ale. There you go.
Still going.
The stadium is buzzing as the team are up 3-0. Goals by Lewandowski, Rafinha and Íñigo Martínez. And give us your ways of supporting Barca in the live chat. Give us blue and red hearts again. Come on, come on. You gotta be loving this first half. Blue and red hearts on the live chat. Support for Barca. Things are going well tonight, guys.
Yeah. There's a lot less tension in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Barca needed a game like this.
They did indeed. They did indeed. To feel confident again. 2 consecutive home games as well won't hurt. Alaves the weekend.
Yeah. October, it's going to be an intense month, so it's a good way to start.
It is going to be an intense month after returning from the international break. You've got Sevilla, Bayern, Real Madrid, and Catalan derby right after as well. So,
not too bad.
Not a bad schedule.
Sevilla, Bayern, Real Madrid.
And Sevilla are not the Sevilla of 10 years ago. A team that was always fighting to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
But, I mean, García Pimienta.
Are you already talking about Sevilla because this game's 3-0? No, I
Oh, careful, careful, careful. Long ball through to Lamine Yamal. Lamine could make it 4. Lamine could make it 4. Too long, that last touch.
Just don't.
And I think he was offside anyway.
Okay. I just get worried.
How much added time are we going to have in this first half? You've seen that
Protect
collision again between Lamine Yamal and Keller, the keeper.
somehow he managed 2 touches on the ball after collecting a pass from the back line before the keeper could get there.
Just Lamine Yamal things.
By the way, did we get the blue and red hearts on the live chat? I didn't see. More blue and red hearts, guys. Come on, you've got to be loving what we're doing here at the Olympic Stadium in Madrid. Blue and red hearts. Come on. On the live chat. Support for Barca. There you go. Fill the chat
With
hearts. And it is raining blue and red hearts here in Barca Studios.
Oh, there they are.
Nicely done. I see Ansu. I see you, Linda Wallace. I'm with you.
I'm with you as well. I think tonight is the night.
It's
and
Ansu
I
Fati
think
night.
give him at least half an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can bring him on at halftime if you really wanted to.
He deserves it. He needs the game time.
I think, no. Bring him on as a substitute.
Yeah, so
he
that
gets
the fans can give him,
he gets the round of applause at home.
True.
He hasn't played at home yet this season. And, of course, this is an ideal situation as well to see Frankie de Jong return.
And with him, you can be as patient as you want.
Yeah.
You can give him 15 minutes if you choose.
Yeah. Ooh, Rafinha inside the box. Shot blocked and corner kick to young boys. And the first half will end on a Barca corner kick. Pedri, backheel pass.
A backheel nutmeg.
Not nice. Pedri's been very dangerous.
I've always been curious as to why we say back heel. It's already on the back. Is there a front heel?
It's just to provide context for
I
you.
guess it's because it could be the bottom of your heel.
Well, maybe. Lamine. Back to Rafinha. Incoming cross headed away. The first half is going to end there. On that note, 3-0 to Barca. What a way to bounce back after the defeat at the weekend. A happy Hansi Flick walks to the dressing room, and Barca are up thanks to the goal scored by Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Íñigo Martínez with his first ever goal for Barca. Guys, I always ask after the first half when we head into the halftime break, was that a thumbs up for you or was that a thumbs down? For me, it was a double thumbs up, right?
Yeah,
Can't be anything else.
I agree.
It was
A Lewandowski double thumbs up.
11
Oh.
double thumbs up.
I like that. Lewandowski
sure.
double thumbs up. Let us know your thoughts on that first half, guys, on the live chat. We'll see some of your comments later on. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let us know what you thought of that first half. Spencer Siegel, quick thoughts.
Unbelievable that they came out from minute 1. Not unbelievable. It's very believable. But happy to see that they came out looking right away and found what they were looking for right away.
Natalie, the goal scored by Lewandowski, 7th minute, that was important as well to give the team the confidence to just like trust what they were doing, not have to hurry things.
Yeah, I think like one of the options for one of the questions was forget about that Osasuna game, fresh start, forget about the Monaco game. We need to come out here with confidence, and that's exactly what they've done. Now for more.
Now for more, indeed.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep looking for more goals, bring on some substitutes, and make it a perfect night for the people at Montjuic and for the Barca fans watching Barca Live and for the Barca fans watching the game from their homes. Right, we are going to take a little break like the players who've just headed into the dressing room, but Pablo Bulls is going to take over with his halftime quiz. Also, have you checked out the third episode of The New Generation? Here's a little taste of it.
M'agradaria anunciar doncs, que el 30 de juny no seguiré com a entrenador del Barça.
Esta es la Supercopa de España.
Xavi entra al vestuario.
Salta, vamos, dale, que se abre el piso. What a goal, Lamine Yamal.
Tener que estar un año entero recuperándote, la verdad que es muy duro.
Lewandowski puts it in the back of the net. Salir ahí a quitar todos. Vamos, joder.
Barca News available for you all on Barca One. Not bad at all. All of the latest for you to catch up on Barca One. All of the latest Barca news available for you to tune into. As always, welcome to the halftime section here on Barça Live, where we show you some of the latest available content on Barca 1. Some of the stuff you can tune into, just how accessible and easy it is to get all of this Barca content, and of course introduce you to a little halftime quiz that you'll have to be up to date on your Barca 1 content to engage with. Of course, everyone get yourselves ready in the chat. Today we're going to introduce you another section of Barca 1, which is Barca News. It's a news program that I'm going to ask you a few questions about in just a moment, so I don't want to give too much away just yet, because you are going to be quizzed on some of the content and what this news program is all about. But of course, a daily news program Monday through to Friday, where you can catch up with everything Barca. You don't want to miss this one. It's quiz time though, because of course you just caught me watching. It's what you have to do every single day. Get yourselves ready for this one, because we've got some questions regarding Barca news here on Barca 1. Question number 1. I'm sure a lot of you guys tuning in here will be watching the news program in English. Who presents it in English? Who is the Barca news presenter for the program in English? That's my question. Is it number 1? Robert van Eekhout, of course, here on the sofa for you at Barca Live, your Barca Live host. Is it Spencer Siegel? Is it Spencer Siegel, of course, another one of your Barca Live co-hosts here? That's number 2. Or is it number 3? Diego Lorin, another member of Barca 1. Which one is it then? You've got time to get your answers in the chat now. Who presents the Barca news program in English? I want to see you guys filling up the chat. Come on, get your answers in. Give it a guess, even if you don't know it. Have a little guess as to who you think presents this daily news program Monday through to Friday in English. Final time to get your answers in. And I can tell you now, at half-time of this Champions League game between Young Boys and Barca, the answer is number 3. It's Diego Lorin, the man who presents the Barca news program in English. There you have it. Answer to question number 1 for you. Now then, this news program, I often come into it to catch up on what the president said or the players have said after a game, or just to see the highlights once more after a game, for example, or catch up with the latest renewals. I want to ask you this though. Which sections of the club does this news program cover? Is it number 1, purely a football program? Is it number 2, football and basketball? Of course, Barca with a basketball team too. Or is it number 3, every professional section of the club? Which of those 3 answers does this news program on Barca 1, it's a daily Monday through to Friday, which of these sections does it cover? Get your answers in the chat. Is it purely football? Is it football and basketball? Or is it every professional section? Last chance to get your answers in then, before we move on to question number 3, the definitive question here for this halftime show of Barca Live. I'm waiting. And we're going to go with the answer, because it's number 3. It's every professional section that this news program covers. That includes the roller hockey team, of course the basketball team, the football team, the handball team. You've got all sorts of sections here for Barca that we cover here on the program. So make sure you do tune into it, because you don't want to be missing this. We cover everything on here. Barça Femení, of course we do too. Barça Athletic, it's all there. The Juvenil teams, especially when they're playing in the Champions League, also available on Barca 1. Might be quizzing you on that in coming weeks. Final question then. This news program, we've introduced it to you, of course, in English. How many languages is this news program presented in on Barca 1? Of course, we know that we've got fans from all over the globe. How many languages is this news program presented in? Is it number 1, in Catalan, Spanish and English? Number 2, just Spanish and English? Or number 3, purely English? Of course, you can see it here in English. Which of the 3 answers is it then? How many languages is this news program presented in? 3, 2, or 1? I can tell you now that the answer is indeed, and if you've been paying attention, you should have been getting this one, it's number 1. All 3 languages, Catalan, Spanish and English. So fans all over the globe can tune into this news program, as I said, daily available here on Barca 1, Monday through to Friday. Contains all of the exclusive content we produce here on Barca 1, and also a little bit of a recap of all the daily activities of the club. There you have it then. That's today's halftime quiz for you all on this Barca Live. I hope you guys are all enjoying the Champions League game. Match round 2, of course, against Young Boys in the competition, the European competition. So I hope you guys are all enjoying on the sofa and, of course, from home. It's a goodbye from me. Back to you.
M'agradaria anunciar doncs, que que el 30 de juny no seguiré com a entrenador del Barça.
Esta es la Supercopa de España.
Xavi entra al vestuario.
¡Salta! ¡Vamos! ¡Dale, que se abre el piso! ¡What a goal! Lamine Yamal.
Tener que estar un año entero recuperándote, la verdad que es muy duro.
Lewandowski puts it in the back of the net. Salir ahí a quitar todo. Vamos, joder.
There you go. That's the content that you can find on Barca 1, The Next Generation. Have you been watching it? If not, why not? It's the series, well, which is focused on last season, inside stuff that you can see, and focusing especially on the new talents, the young talents that we have. 3 episodes are out already, and a 4th one is coming very, very soon. On Barca 1, if you've not downloaded the app, you can, well, go ahead and do it right now, halftime. Halftime of a game which we are 3-0 up in, and it feels like it's been Barca all the way, Natalie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Young Boys had some opportunities that were a little bit scary, but pretty much it's been quite relaxing since Barca's game.
Young Boys had maybe that one that we thought was a corner that had gone off Koundé.
That's
shot
the one.
that went wide. And it was a good warning for Barca, a good wake-up call, because we were up 1-0 at that point. Goal came in the 7th minute. Then Barca sort of went into cruise control mode, dominating but not creating chances. And in the final 10 minutes of that first half, it was just like full attack.
I never like to sound spoiled on this show when we talk about Barca, especially when they're playing Young Boys, but I have a feeling that had that Young Boys chance actually gone in, Barca would still be leading by multiple goals at halftime based on the response. I think that it might have been a fluke, but they have had the quality throughout this entire first half to be able to take some guys off the pitch now, either at halftime or shortly thereafter.
We'd in the last 2 performances, we'd seen Barca struggle first against Getafe, that very defensive system, and not be able to play their best football. Then, of course, Osasuna outplayed Barca at the weekend. It was nice to see things clicking again up front in the final third between Lamine Yamal, who played very well in the first half. You've got Rafinha in that central position, Pedri, who gets there as well. You've got Ferran Torres and Lewandowski inside the box. It felt like, as I say, everything was clicking.
Yeah, it's a little bit different in the Champions League this year because you're not facing the same opponent twice. And I think that's to Barca's benefit this season because not a lot of people are familiar with what they're seeing. And maybe in La Liga you could argue that even though it's a new manager with Hansi, Getafe know what Barca want to do. Young Boys have to prepare for 8 different opponents, and they're focusing on surviving in the league, which they're struggling right now in Switzerland. So this was a game where Barca are just doing whatever they want, and that's okay. That's fine. That's good for us.
Natalie, 3-0 up. Do you think subs might be coming sooner than later?
I think so. I mean, might as well take the opportunity, bring on, like we said, Ansu Fati, rest some players, give some younger players some more playing time. I mean, I think they'll still continue to score goals and might not take advantage of a night like this. Give the Barca fans some surprises. It's a night to have fun, I think.
I think it is as well. I fully agree. And the fans at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic must be having, well, a very nice night. Still not too cold here in Barcelona. I want to ask the fans, and I want to ask you guys, who was the best player of the first half? And tonight's a tough one in a positive sense because you've got a lot to pick from. 3 options that we're giving are Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and Rafinha. You think that's a fair top 3?
Yeah, because the defenders haven't had anything to do, so they've just come forward and actually scored.
Íñigo Martínez. He did make a couple of good recoveries at the back, running back, interrupting Young Boys' transition. He's a good candidate for that as well.
Is it the guy who hasn't contributed to any of the goals that he's been the best one, Lamine Yamal, in the first half? Because every time he touches the ball, it's like magic out there.
He has already like 4 defenders on him whenever he gets near.
He attracts the attention of those defenses. Let us know on the live chat who you think was the best player of that first half. My personal pick is Lamine Yamal as well, because although he was not involved in any of the goals directly, he just creates so much for his teammates. He attracts the attention of defenders. He says, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And he almost always makes the right call. Shall we go and get comfortable on the couch?
Come on.
For the second half. So
let's get cozy.
Come on. Let's go back to the couches. Getting ready for this second half at Montjuic with the players getting
thank you.
ready in the tunnel. Doesn't seem like there'll be any subs at half time. What are you up to, Spence? What are you up to?
Dangerous with the mugs.
Dangerous stuff there. That
my mother used to get very mad at me when I was a kid, playing with.
I understand.
Footballs and basketballs in the house.
Yeah, I can imagine. Spence, is that Borussia Dortmund 5 Celtic 1 result a game that's at half time?
Oh my goodness! Actually, Celtic entering today technically were second in the table based on their
because they won 5-1 in their first game. So Arsenal are 2-0 up against PSG. Manchester City are 2-0 up against Bratislava as well.
It is halftime, and it is my prediction for the final score from this game, which I'm starting to doubt that Young Boys will get a goal. It is 5-1 at halftime. Adeyemi hat trick. Emre Can with a goal. Arsenal with 2, indeed. Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka.
Very nice.
Taking down PSG. Inter just the 1 still. PSV the 1.
Yeah. And Manchester City the 2.
City with the 2. And that's where we're at. Leverkusen, Milan, nils.
Right, well, the Barca players are back on the pitch, and it does seem like Hansi Flick has not made any substitutions at halftime. But who would you like to see in the second half? Would you like to see Ansu? Would you like to see De Jong? Would you like to see Pau Victor, Pablo Torre, any of the youngsters? I mean, we have 4 first-team players, so I feel it's fair to assume that all 4 of them come on.
I don't know who Pablo Torres is.
Oh, can we correct that, please? Can we correct that on the graphic? Pablo Torre without the S. Without the S. Pablo Torres, we do not have a Pablo Torres.
Oh, look at that
there
switch. Nicely done.
Go.
Nicely done.
Good work.
Well done.
Nicely done. I'm excited to see De Jong back, but for me, it's Ansu today.
Yeah. Sin duda.
Sin duda. We need to get him into that attacking system. We need to see him flourish in that position. We need to see him get inside the box, get service from Lamine Yamal. I'd like to see Lamine Yamal and Ansu playing together.
I think also be good for Ansu Fati to feel like the energy of the fans. People are excited to see him, and he's gone through a lot of criticism, and I think he needs this. Champions League night at home stadium, it's his time.
Let's see. What are the fans saying here? Ansh says 1, Ansu. Emmanuel also says Ansu. Ecclesias says De Jong. Luita says Ansu. Mancabane here says Frankie De Jong. Linda Wallace says Ansu. Benito Lorea says Pablo. And Zion Rule says Ansu. A lot of Ansus. As the second half.
Max got Pablo Torre in his fantasy team.
Right, second half has started. And let's see if Hansi Flick decides to move the bench quickly or not. Here is Pedri. Barça immediately on the ball and looking here.
I think Pedri's also kind of silently had a great game.
Yep.
Been there for all the dangerous moments. Oh.
Careful, Barca having to run back here as young boys try to catch the team in transition, but Pedri with the run back, precisely Pedri. In the
he's been definitely been playing a lot deeper today, just because he's not really needed up front.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You don't think of him as a defense-first midfielder.
And it was Kouassi who gave the ball away there. We can't be giving the ball away so easily.
That was actually, I think that was well read by Young Boys, because they did the little 1-2. Rafinha got the ball back, and Young Boys snuffed it out pretty quickly.
Well, Barca need to be careful here, because it is a set piece. It's a corner kick from the left-hand side, taken short.
The Swiss players are tall.
Incoming cross. Could be any trouble there for Iñaki Peña, who was looking for the quick outlet, the quick option. There were no options there, and Barca will start from behind with the goal scorer, Inigo Martinez. I'm a bit mad with myself.
Why?
Well, I play the fantasy league with you guys, the Champions League, but I also have a league fantasy league with my friends. And I signed Inigo Martinez. I paid his clause. One other member of the league, one of my friends, had Inigo. I paid the clause there, and I have Inigo. But
you didn't start him.
No. But this is not La Liga.
Oh, you're in La Liga. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe he'll score again this weekend.
Maybe. Maybe.
That was nice of you.
Oh,
gotta be optimistic.
Long pass. There's a chance for Barça. Lewandowski, left-footed shot blocked. Picked up on the edge of the box by Cazador. Here is Balde, trying to get around
Nice.
Camara, and it's a corner kick to Barca. By the way, the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic was just on its feet applauding, or the fans were on their feet. Do you know why?
Because someone got up off the bell. Oh, there he is. It's not Ansu.
It's Frankie de Jong, who is warming up. Round of applause for Frankie, because he's been away for 5 months. He is warming up and soon will be coming on, I guess. Round of applause there for Frankie de Jong. Incoming cross by Rafinha. Lewandowski goes down.
Would he wear the captain's armband?
Clear.
Yeah, I would think so, no?
What's that?
He's the captain before.
Well,
Rafinha,
yeah,
right?
if he comes on, I think Rafinha gives him the captain's armband. Yeah, of course.
Hold on, we're just having a quick check from that corner that went in. Yeah, no, nothing.
No, nothing there.
They held up play for a second.
Okay. Barca playing from behind here. 3-0 up. The goal scored by Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Inigo Martinez. Will there be any more goals in this second half? Let's hope so. It's Lamine Yamal. Delivery into the box. Pedri let it go over his head. Thought there was someone behind him, but the ball ends up in the hands of Keller. There's a little nudge on Lewandowski in that previous corner as he was about to take off. There are lots of Barca players warming up. Can't quite figure out from here who they are. We'll see. As I say, I'd bet that all 4 of the first team players get minutes tonight. And maybe there's a 5th spot for one of the B players. Maybe one of the cousins.
The brother cousins.
Guille or Tony. Also have a corner kick. And Rafinha makes his way over to the
lots of set pieces for Barca this game.
What's that?
Lots of set pieces for the Barca this game.
Barca, yeah.
And they're getting to a lot of those first balls too.
Incoming cross by Rafinha to the far post.
Like that.
There we go.
Like that. I think that's Levy's goal.
That's Levy's goal.
I think that's Levy's goal.
Lewandowski for the fantasy league.
I think he took it away from Inigo.
I don't know if that was going in.
4-0, huh? And whose prediction was that?
Mine. I don't want to get my prediction right. There you go.
Let's go. I hope it's better than all our predictions.
Yeah.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. El marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
Vamos! The Lewandowski goal. Fire emojis. Fire emojis, because Barca are on fire tonight. Fire emojis on the live chat. So is Robert Lewandowski. There you go. There you go. 4-0 Barca. Fire emojis also for the rap. Do you like the rap?
It's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no. You can rate it.
I'm not going to be offended.
1 star to 5 stars. Emojis. 1 star to 5 stars. The rap. I'm going to give it 5 stars.
Thank you.
Put it on Spotify and I'll give you 5 stars.
They won't let me.
Really?
What some of the new fans might not know, Spence, is that the rap has more lyrics than that chorus.
Yeah, it's not just the chorus.
It's not just the chorus. Care to give us like 15 seconds?
Sure, if you so please. Let's see how much I can drum up here. Matchday hub, we're feeling fine. I got. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. I don't have time for this.
Hold on. A chance for Barca here. The delivery by Ferran is cleared away by the young boys' defense.
It would be Matchday hub, we're feeling fine. I got that Blau on my mind. Get that Grana gonna grind, so get on board or get left behind. Coming to you straight from Barca Live, a starting cast that are meant to shine. So take a little time and then you'll find that there ain't no man that can do it like number 9. Put a little wiggle in the middle just to help that son. Gavi, Pedri, Frankie de Jong. Put a little wind on the wings of the plane. Ansu, Rafinha, and Dembele. Put a little brawn at the back of that crew. Koundé, Araujo, you know what to do. Put a little ambition at the end of it all, and y'all can talk about your goals like Hirati Vidal because she's on goal.
Nice.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski.
Dovski. There you go.
Well done.
Bravo, Spence, bravo.
Thank you.
And there's a new one coming, right?
Be patient.
In progress.
New tune
Some
coming.
progress.
Careful here, young boys, with the opportunity.
I mean, funny thing is we've got a lot of time left in this game, but we're right at the point now of everybody being within striking distance of their prediction being right.
Yes.
You,
That is
me. Oh,
That was loud from the
yeah, it was,
fans.
Yeah.
wasn't sure what that was.
No, it's
What
the
did-
young
what did-
boys fans.
What did Mark have?
He had 5-0.
5-0. You had
4-1.
4-1. I have 5-1. Mannequin has 6-0.
Imagine if
Mannequin might win.
gets it right. Speaking of Mannequin, speaking of the Mannequin.
Speak of the
guys,
devil.
Can we show the Mannequin? There it is. I feel like Mannequin could be some sort of form of AI, Barca AI, you know, artificial intelligence.
Of course.
That we could maybe ask the Mannequin questions and maybe the Mannequin can provide answers and we'll see if they're correct or incorrect.
I believe what you're talking about is Barca-official intelligence. And that's what I do.
Well done.
Barca official intelligence.
BI.
So, oh, careful, careful. Oh, the through ball almost got to Ferran Torres. Lewandowski picks it up. Lewandowski losing angle. Here's Balde.
Oh, shoot, Balde.
Balde to Rafinha. Rafinha out wide. Koundé, shoot. No.
Somebody
Touch
shoot.
to Lamine Yamal. So if we were to do that, and this was the Barca official intelligence,
Yeah.
the Mannequin was the Barca official
The
intelligence.
BIs.
Yeah.
What question should we ask the Mannequin, the Barca official intelligence? What question should we ask our own particular AI, the BI, right?
BI.
Live chat, give us some suggestions, and let's see if the Mannequin, if the BI, can give us the correct answer. Give us some like questions that we could ask, Barca-related questions, of course. Shall we monitor what the fans are saying on on the live chat?
Just I'll relay the message to the Mannequin. Just give me the best one or two options out there.
Let's see.
What do you got, people?
You guys are the absolute best channel that I have subbed to.
Thank you.
I request you guys to mention me. It would make my day. Ange Kosia, there you go. There's your mention.
Shout out
Thank
to
you for
you.
the kind words. It's nice to hear.
Levy. Ooh.
Nice to get some kind messages as well. Here's Pedri on the edge of the box.
That's
Barca get called for a foul. So let's see. We are going to ask our Barca official intelligence over there, wearing the red cap, by the way. Good
Lucky
luck, Charm.
cap.
Good luck, Charm. Red hat in the house. We are going to ask a question, and we are asking you for suggestions. What should we ask our AI? Let's see. I see no questions. Come on, live chat. Give us some suggestions. I have a suggestion for a question here.
Yes.
Anika says the mannequin is a new member of Barça. True. Subs
New
for
signing.
young boys there. Sekou says Dembele out of the song. Well, he was the only former player. He's the only player who's no longer there, right?
He's the only one who's not there.
That's quite good, seeing that the
That was 2
rap
years
is
ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Spooky says haters are mad. Well, true. Mackenzie says the AI is too human in the eyes.
Uncanny Valley.
Come on. Barca official intelligence will win the Champions League. Well,
That's I don't want to know the answer to that right now, to be honest.
no.
It's a good question. I
Linda
just don't
Wallace,
know the answer.
who is the best Barca midfielder of all time? I like that one. We could do that one. Pakistan Ball says, hey, I'm sleeping late on a school night just for this. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself. It's 4-0, and there may be many more to come.
Hope you did your homework.
Bad Boy says, do you think Barca will win the Spanish league? Do you believe? I don't think AI works on belief. Let's not do predictions.
Maybe like, when was Ansu Fati's last game with Barca?
Grey King says, how many goals did Barca score with Barca?
You want to go with the best midfielder of all time?
Okay, we can do that. Let's save it.
Okay.
Do that a little bit later because I want to focus a bit on the game as well.
Let the BI think.
We are going to ask the BI who is the best Barca midfielder of all time. I'll ask, and the mannequin will respond, right?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Don't ask me. I'm just
Well, the
here.
mannequin does look like a little bit like you. The BI. It's a little bit like the SS.
It was maybe inspired by you.
Here's Balde inside the box. Lewandowski, the 1-2 with Balde.
That's a corner.
The mannequin with the lucky hat on. Will Lewandowski score a hat-trick?
You know, this would be a good day for that.
I'm going to go yes. 4 goals would be amazing for me and my fantasy team having him as the captain. But I think today is a day when Flick maybe takes him off and brings on Pau Victor.
Could be right.
I think maybe he could get a third one
Incoming
before
cross
getting subbed
by
off.
Rafinha. And a foul called in favour of Barca on Marc Casador, just the ultimate hustler there. And now I feel like now is time for substitutions. Because Barca need renewed energy, I think, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's dragging a little bit, and when I say that, I mean like for the last 4 minutes. Which is...
It's a long time in football.
It's a long time in this game because we've been subjected to an hour of constant barrage. Oh my goodness!
Is that who I think
That's
it
what we
is?
like to see.
It's a smiling Ansu.
Smiling Ansu.
That's what we need.
There we go. Stephen Gamer, by the way, for a question for BI, when will Gavi play? That'd be interesting to ask.
Soon, maybe
See
this
if,
month.
Bad question to ask.
Our BI gets it right. Barca have the ball here with Balde. Lots of players high up because it was a free kick. It's Funde on the edge of the box. Left-footed shot blocked, and that will be a corner kick. Did we get the answers for will Lewandowski score a hat-trick? Ooh, I have a good one from Pakistan Ball as well. Top 5 players with most goals and assists for Barca in history.
That's trivia, isn't it?
Well, but
Yes,
maybe
AI
AI
these
can,
things.
Okay.
BI can get it right.
All right.
Here is Rafinha with the cross, cleared away. Marc Casador tries to
Shot
get
on
back into
target.
the box, and Keller picks it up.
All right, let's get this ball out of play so that Ansu can come in.
Ansu, and I think Pablo Torre was getting ready, and I think maybe Frankie de Jong's coming on as
go.
well. The ball goes out.
Beep, beep,
And
beep, beep,
get
beep, beep.
your applause emojis ready.
Can we get some changes?
Oh, not yet.
Oh,
Come on, man.
it's time.
Oh.
Come on, man.
It's Fati time.
I get made fun of at my other workplace for having an American accent.
Oh.
Come on, man.
How mean.
How mean.
Is that
How rude.
more like a Texan accent that you're putting on there? Careful
I
here.
don't know.
The young boys going forward. Paul Garcia and Inigo raising their hands for the offside.
Nothing.
It is offside, and I think
Do it. Do it.
now's the time.
Come on.
It's time.
Come on, man.
Bring him
I
on.
think it's time. There you go.
Let's go.
Get your applause emojis ready. Get your applause emojis ready. Ansu Fati coming on the hug there with Hansi Flick, and he finally gets the charge.
Listen to the crowd.
Let's go. He's back. He's back.
Pedri off.
Pedri.
Paul Garcia off.
Pedri. Pedri. Pedri.
Listen to the Olympic Stadium.
That's Ansu.
Number 10. He's back.
Ansu Fati and Hector Forster come on. Round of applause on the live chat. Fill the live chat with applause emojis for Ansu.
The boy is back.
Pakistan Ball have been supporting this club for 7 years. Visca Barça. Well, may there be many more years of your support for Barça. More applause emojis for Ansu Fati. Come on.
It'd be great if he got a goal tonight.
Will Ansu score tonight?
Ojalá.
There he is. There he is.
He's playing a lot deeper for now, at least for now to start.
Yeah.
Well, he came on for Pedri.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's up there. See, I'm really just watching him right now. I just want to see what he does, where he roams.
Oh.
Here we go.
Little
Here we go.
fortune.
There he
There he
is. There he
goes.
is, making the run down the left. The cross by Ansu Fati, and he wins a corner kick.
Nope.
No, oh, goal kick. There are your goal scorers. 2 for Lewandowski. Will he score a hat-trick? 1 for Rafinha, 1 for Inigo Martinez. I don't want to get my prediction right. Swapping goals.
Me neither.
I'd actually be very happy if BI got the prediction right.
It would be quite the confirmation
That it is BI. That it is
that
Barça official
that
intelligence.
the Barça official intelligence knows what it's talking about.
Yeah. And a clean
Smarter
sheet.
than all the humans. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
How scary is it if we win this game 6-0?
I would be a little concerned.
A little scary.
A little concerned.
Ooh, too long for Ansu, that one. I feel like the only thing that can how am I going to say this is that Barca might try to focus too much on getting the ball to Ansu and getting him the opportunities here. And
Well, it would be different if we had 5 minutes left in this game. But because there's a solid half hour remaining after he came on, I think there's a chance that he might just try to flow within everything.
You want to know what I like from Hansi Flick as well? He knew that Ansu was itching to get back, and not playing against Villarreal in that back and forth game that didn't resolve itself until the very end. Obviously, the game against Osasuna was not the ideal situation to come on. He almost came on, but then
He was ready.
Yeah, picked up cramps.
Yeah.
So he had to be replaced. He knows that, quote unquote, he owed Ansu Fati one.
Yeah.
So he goes up to Ansu Fati right before he comes on, gives him a little hug, embraces him. Oof.
Oh.
The opportunity there for
No,
young boys.
Oh, wow. A save off
by
the line.
Cazorla off the line, and the ball that hit the crossbar. Double chance there for young boys.
A nice move.
Take it to the post.
And tonight is just not their night.
It's
Nice.
struck.
Saved by Cazador.
Cazador off the line.
Impressive.
Corner kick to Young Boys.
Impressive.
Emery is going to cross the ball in. Incoming cross, punched away by Iñaki Peña.
Young Boys is taking their opportunity now.
And
Now
now
they have
Barca
the
want
ball.
to move their lines. I was going to say, so Hansi Flick goes up to Ansu, gives him a little hug before going in, gives him support. He did the same with Hector Ford the day that he wanted to bring him on, but just didn't, and said, "You'll get your chance." And today he's one of the first to come on. So Hansi Flick, I mean, it seems like a good team manager, a good emotional manager as well in that sense. A lot of communication with the players. Will Ansu Fati score tonight is the question we're asking you. 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 an assist. Which isn't a bad call, but I'm going 1.
An
I want
assist is
1.
nice, but I would like a goal.
I want
gotta-
1.
If Ansu Fati scores
An
a
assist
goal,
and a goal.
if Ansu scores today, I will do whatever. I will do the amount of push-ups equivalent to the number of goals multiplied by his jersey number.
10. Okay.
Whatever
You
goal
lost
it
me
is.
there in the formula.
If Ansu Fati scores a goal, Spence will do 10 push-ups, and Alia is asking, will you eat 44 croquetas as well?
44.
We're not at the 44 croquetas moment just yet.
Careful here. Chicken Pro says, I just don't want him to get injured. Neither do I.
Also, we're at
Too
that
much of
point.
history there.
We Barca fans are a little too traumatized.
I get it.
Ooh, the nutmeg by Hector Ford. Low cross in, cleared by the defence. Here's Rafinha on the edge of the box.
Rafinha.
Shot blocked. Ball will fall to Ferran Torres. Here's Balde on the left-hand side. Back to Ferran.
Put it in there.
Ferran inside. Ansu, Cazador. Cazador trying to get it inside. And the keeper will clear it. Íñigo Martínez. Another chance for Barca. Lamine Yamal, who's been quiet in the second half.
Oh, that's right. He's still on the pitch.
Here's Lamine. Here's Lamine trying to get in between two defenders. This time he gets the ball taken away from him, but Hector Ford is there to recover. Bravo, Hector. Koundé playing as centre-back now. So Barça was taken off for Hector Ford. Now here's Balde. 20 minutes remaining. I feel like De Jong time is approaching.
I still think you could probably give him a little less time just to make it.
Nice.
Just not to push it too much. Just get him out there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you've also got Pablo Torre, you've also got Pau Victor, some of the youngsters as well, as options. Try and find Ansu. Here he is, Ansu. Ansu to Rafinha. Wants to give it quickly to Lewandowski. Rafinha's going to win it back. Out wide to Lamine Yamal. Two defenders in front of him. Little dance by Lamine Yamal.
Unbelievable. He's on another level.
Little shimmy, little dance.
They're so scared of him.
Incoming cross by Ferran Torres, headed away by the young boys' defence. Now Ferran all the way back to Iñaki Peña, who's also playing in this game.
Well, that's subjective.
Well, he's in the lineup.
He's made some saves.
Also playing wide on the right flank. Hector Ford with Lamine Yamal. An 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, no, 17-year-old rather. Long switch by Rafinha to find Balde. Balde, incoming cross. Oof, it was there for the taking. For Robert Lewandowski, who was just a little bit behind. I'm thinking of when is the time to ask the AI
the what?
question.
The
BI,
BI.
sorry. Oh, here's a chance for Lewandowski to score his third. Good defending by Kamara, who's
copyright
down on
BI.
the ground. And hand on his left knee. Is he all right there? It was
I don't
a
think
good
so.
pass through by Rafinha. And oof, in the follow-through, Lewandowski did get his studs into the left leg of the defender there.
Also, he fell with his other knee as well.
Yeah. Right. Is there going to be a sub here? There's subs for young boys. Right. So maybe now is the time to ask BI the question. Do you think, guys, that BI, Barça Artificial Intelligence, we're calling it, do you think it will get the answer right? Yes, 100%? No? Or 50-50? What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know.
50-50.
Right, I am going to ask the question, which was, who, Artificial Intelligence, is the best midfielder of all time at Football Club Barcelona? Give me your answer, Artificial Intelligence.
Well, determining the best FC Barcelona midfielder of all time is very subjective, but Xavi Hernandez is often considered the top candidate. And here's why. Vision, passing, longevity, consistency. Over 750 matches played between 98 and 2015. How about that trophy cabinet? 8 La Liga titles, 4 Champions League trophies, 3 Copa del Reys, football intelligence, a legacy unlike any other, and for that reason, we go Xavi. But you could consider Andres Iniesta, Johan Cruyff, Pep Guardiola. It's more subjective than you think.
Okay, BI. Okay, BI.
You asked the question.
Well, do you guys agree with BI that the answer would be Xavi Hernandez? I mean, it's a really hard question. Live chat. BI, the Barça Official Intelligence, was asked who the best midfielder of all time for Barca is, and the answer that it provided was Xavi Hernandez. Do you agree? While you think about it, or give other options on the live chat, let's get up and applaud for Frankie de Jong and Paul Victor, who are coming on for the scorer of 2, Robert Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. There you go. There you go. Round of applause, guys. Listen to Montjuic. Listen to Montjuic. When Frankie de Jong comes on, they're on their feet. They're on their feet. There it is. And there'd been rumblings as to what the reaction would be, and I'm very happy to see that Montjuic got up, the fans there got up on their feet and applauded. Because de Jong, I'm very curious to see how, where he'll play, how he'll play in this flick system. Now he'll be alongside Marc Casador. 2 midfielders, by the way, who were not mentioned, of course, because they're still active in the best midfielder of all time answer that BI gave us. Yep. I'm going to see what the live chat says.
I'm also happy to see Pau Victor getting some time there.
I'm happy to see it as well after the goal he scored the other day. Do you remember what he said at the end of the game? He was like, yeah, I scored my first goal, but it doesn't really count if you don't win.
And if it goes in the way that it did, you got to get your first real one. You know, with all due respect to Sergio Herrera, like he wants to see one bulge the net, not trickle over the line.
But that's a good mentality to have when you're so young.
Yeah. I'm sure he was happy.
Yeah, but of course you want the win.
Game Over says, I think Iniesta is the best midfielder of all time for Barca. See, I might lean that way. It's just such a complicated thing to say, because you can also add Sergio Busquets to that question. You've got Pep Guardiola, you've got Johan Cruyff as well as the in those answers, but yeah. Iniesta.
Barça.
Also winning it back. Alia says, Xavi and Iniesta, don't make me choose between them because I cannot.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I feel.
And he's gone.
Non-edits, says best Barca midfielder is Andres Iniesta. They're getting a lot of Iniestas here. Mr. Nugget says he's been sensational. I think he was referring either to Lewandowski or to the Barca official intelligence. 77th minute. Spence, is this game boring you?
A little bit.
We need some more goals.
We need some more goals. I think the thing I'm most curious about right now is, one, will Ansu score? Two, will the Barca official intelligence get its prediction right? Is it an it? Is it a he? Is it a she? I think it's an it, right?
Yeah.
It's an IT.
That's a question that we might have to ask artificial intelligence themselves.
Yeah, let them introduce themselves, identify themselves.
Young boys playing from behind, trying to catch Barca in transition. The long cross, the long switch allows Barca to recover defensively. One-on-one with Hector Ford. Frenkie de Jong wins it back. And there you go. Barca will play from behind.
Yep.
We haven't made all five, right? All five subs?
I don't think so.
Frenkie,
Four.
Victor, Ansu, Hector Ford.
4. Ah, no, sí.
Four.
Ansu, Frenkie, Pau Victor, Hector Ford.
Yeah, Pablo Torre hasn't come on.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we hit a lull, finally.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
that...
Ooh.
Ooh.
78th minute. And Manchester City have scored 4.
Ooh,
PSV
how's that
still
going?
1. I would like Luke de Jong to score. I don't know if he's still playing.
Let's see here. See if I can help you out.
Right, of a lot of goals. Barca getting their first win. Manchester City also getting their first win.
Victor Boniface for Leverkusen.
Nice name.
And another one pending VAR for Leverkusen. 7 for Borussia Dortmund.
Poor Celtic.
7-1. The 3 for Inter, Arnautovic scored and Lautaro scored.
Let's
and
go.
there's another pending penalty that might make it 4-0 now.
My fantasy league.
And for City, it was Gundogan and Foden. And then in the second half, McAtee, the youngster, James McAtee, and who else would you guess scored for City?
Might that be one Erling Haaland?
Who else could it be?
Shocker.
It's quite a shocker, yeah. This game is 15 minutes too long, I think.
I was just going to say, we could blow the final whistle now. It'd be fine.
The only thing I'm hoping for is an Ansu Fati goal.
We have to
Really.
get the BI's prediction right, though.
True.
A goal
Good
for Ansu
recovery by Pau
Fati and a
Victor.
goal for Rafinha for my fantasy league.
Ah,
I'll
yeah,
take it.
none of my fantasy players are on the pitch anymore. Well, Iñaki Peña, I don't think I'm getting an Iñaki Peña goal. Is Balde with the cross, and he goes up a defender and it's a goal.
Let's go.
There you go. That's the
Okay.
ultimate bad luck for young boys. I don't think it'll count as a Balde goal, but there you go. Barca have scored 5-0.
Oh, get the flags out. Vamos. There we got the 5-0.
Vamos! Well, it's a ball played out wide. Balde with the first touch cross. The defender tries to
That is
intervene.
not going to be Balde's goal.
No, it's Camara, the young
you,
boys
Camara.
captain.
Well, wanted
That sort of
There you
sums
go.
up the night for young boys.
we wanted a goal. We got a goal.
Okay, several things. 1, 5-0, guys. 5-0. Blue and red hearts on the live chat. Fill the live chat with blue and red. Some Barca love. Blue and red hearts. Come on, guys.
That was you?
What?
That was you, 5-0.
Was that?
No, I think that was
No, it was
Marco.
Brau. It was
That was
Brau.
Mark.
Get some hearts there. I'll start it off.
And clean sheet so far. Love them.
Spence, you did say
clean sheet
that number of goals scored is important.
Yeah, if we
Look at Dortmund.
you just see. I was gonna say you just see what Dortmund did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did concede one.
Yeah, well they're top of the table now because they're +9 in goal difference. Barça with this victory are Bayern haven't played yet,
Real Madrid haven't played yet.
But to this point, of all of the teams who would have 3 points, they would be the best of those teams outside of Bayern, who put up 9 goals.
What will the final result be? 5-0, 6-0, 7-0? Well, the Barca official intelligence, the BI, did say 6-0. I'm starting to wonder. I am starting to wonder.
I mean, we're 10 minutes away, and that's just juiced up the intrigue on this.
Shall I ask, Barca official intelligence? I'm asking you a question. Yeah, you. I am asking you a question. Do you still think that 6-0 is the prediction?
What,
the final
I
score?
Stutter? You think I was picking something different last time, and now you want me to change my answer, and now you... No! Of course it's going to be 6-0. That's what I predicted. And I don't get my predictions wrong, Robert.
Scary. Scary. Round of applause, guys, because we have a Champions League debut. Andres Cuenca coming on for Íñigo Martínez. One of the under-18s, Andres Cuenca, 17 years old. Right, Cochran, 17 years old, Andres Cuenca? 17 years old. Well, it's not official, so we can't really talk about it. But
you can talk about the video he put out.
If you've been on Twitter all day, you know that
X.
On X, sorry, or on social media all day, you know that the name Iniesta has
whatever you
come
want to call it
in the news, and the fans at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic right now chanting his name, which was sweet. It was very nice. That might be their reaction to the BI answer. Yeah. Maybe they know.
Oh.
Maybe
to give their thoughts.
They think in unison that the answer is Iniesta, disagreeing with the BI.
You could be onto something, or you could just be, full of baloney. But yeah,
they did take a long time to answer, but.
84th minute, Young Boys with the ball.
The Young Boys have
wait
the
a minute.
ball?
I was just looking at the screen. I was thinking, what? our automatic graphics have given careful here, an opportunity for Barca. Rafinha inside the box, swarmed by 3 defenders, loses the ball. Victor had served it on a platter for him, but Rafinha wasn't able to finish. So Mohamed Ali is the given name of Kamara, the defender. So yeah.
Credit to Young Boys for still defending well and coming up for these moments.
Okay. There you go. We don't condone violence, Spence, on the show. Sorry.
It's a sport.
It's a sport that I don't understand, honestly. But hey,
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
5 minutes remaining in this game. I don't think there's going to be much added time.
No? You never heard that one before?
They should box each other.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I am the greatest Muhammad Ali.
And Barca are attacking. Here is Hector Fort, inside cross. Ooh.
Props thrown in.
Props thrown in.
We got a second one? No, we just have one.
Can we get the list of goal scorers on the screen again,
budget.
please? So that this makes sense, what we're doing here.
Ooh, feels good. John's looking for the second one.
So the first goal, Spence, was scored by Lewandowski. Second goal is Rafinha. Third goal was Íñigo Martínez.
That's like a punch or a strong arm.
With a head. Fourth goal, Lewandowski. And the fifth goal was an own goal by Kamara, whose given name is...
Wow.
Right, 86th minute, and we are 5-0 up, and all that we're wondering here in the studio is, one, will Ansu Fati score? Two, if BI will get its prediction right. The alternative is that Marc Brau gets his prediction right, and I feel like he's the closest thing we have in human form to artificial intelligence.
That's true.
So, yeah.
I can agree with that.
Another set piece, moment for a goal.
The thing that's flown quite under the radar is the debut here of Andres Cuenca. Yet another debut. Just a great thing that Hansi Flick has done there, and Barca have the ball inside the box. The low cross by Alejandro Balde meets no one. Now young boys want to run.
Nowhere to go.
Andres Cuenca chasing down. And De Jong
He just hit
blocking the pass. Barca managed to regather and reposition themselves defensively. Right. What is your favourite thing about this season so far? Final question that we're asking today. The Flick style, the young players, or the new kits. We saw the third kit the other day. We've seen the black kit as well. Also, this Blaugrana is fire. So let me know. To me, it has to be the Flick style. Because when it has worked, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, not even remotely close. No.
Well, I mean, the fact that so many young players are playing might be a valid option. Live chat, give us your answers. Natalie, what are you going with?
Yeah, I mean, the young players are great, but it is nice to see them play in this style that's working well. It's nice to see, it's entertaining to watch, and it's most importantly getting the results that we want. So, gotta go with that style.
Vincent Sanchez says 4 for all, which is, okay, good.
This is the Barcelona
I know. This is the Barcelona I know, says Edward. Congratulations to the players and coaches, and we feel the same way. Here's Rafinha making a run.
Rafinha, he wants another one.
Inside the box. He's going to try and serve it up for Ferran Torres, who was just a little bit too far behind.
Rafinha just doesn't stop running, does he?
Look at the high press in the 88th minute. 5
because he knows he's in my fantasy league.
That's Marc Casado, who's been playing the full 89 minutes.
All right, that's what I'm saying. They're just, none of them stop running.
Amazing.
The fitness level is very noticeable.
Antti says, I'm supporting Barca for 6 years and I am 13 years old. Wow.
Wow.
Good defending there by Cuenca. And don't forget, guys, that we'll keep going after the game with the post-game shows, with Marc Brau at the stadium, with interviews with some of the protagonists, and of course we'll listen to Hansi Flick talking to Marc Brau and the rest of the media in the press conference. So stay tuned for analysis and reactions coming from Montjuic. We're also going to be voting man of the match, player of the match. Who do you think that might be? Let's start to think about it. Day with the clearance. Let's see how much time is added on to this game as we hit the 90th minute.
This is getting
2-3 maximum.
Very hot.
Okay, you
sweaty hands.
You are allowed to take it off.
Oh.
Careful here, through ball. Barca's defense caught
don't
in
like that.
behind, and young boys managed to score. And is that gonna count? Was he offside? Was he on? 5-1. Barca conceding a goal late in this game. Not ideal. It was a one-on-one. Nothing that Iñaki Peña could do there.
Is that your prediction?
Ooh, that might be offside.
I think it might be offside.
I think we might be let off the hook by VAR.
That's okay. I'll take one for the team and say no problem. Yeah.
And the goal is disallowed. It's offside. Offside. A good defensive line there.
Hi, poor young boys.
That young boys fan next to the Barca fans.
That's all they can do is laugh.
Well, just one of those nights for them.
That's like it's like yesterday in the Premier League. I saw Southampton were getting their doors blown off against Bournemouth, and then the public address said the final train of the night to Southampton has been cancelled. And all of the Bournemouth fans erupted like, "Whoa!" Yeah.
Yeah. Careful, careful here. There's a final chance for Barca inside the box. This is Rafinha. Rafinha, can he set it up for someone else? No, he's taking the shot and he's going to go wide. Just sent it wide. Oh dear.
Clear. It's not working. We need another goal to save him.
We've got confirmation there that it was offside. Just barely there.
Don't worry, your prediction was wrong
goal
for
did
now.
not count. That final chance for Rafinha was maybe the one that the BI was counting on for the 6-0. Maybe Rafinha is not a fan of artificial intelligence.
But he should be a fan of artificial intelligence.
Well, could it be here? No. Now Andres Cuenca running back. He's lost the battle there. And Iñaki Peña comes up with a big save. Vamos, Iñaki.
There's the clean sheet. And there's the ball game.
Good save by Iñaki. Round of applause for Iñaki Peña. And Barca have a chance to run here. Go, Ansu. Come on, Ansu. Oh! The ball tipped away with the tip of the boot by the defender, and Ansu unable to make the run to go solo on the keeper. And I think this game is going to end here, guys. That final chance for Young Boys, saved by Iñaki Peña. A good save by our keeper there. Could be a final chance. Referee's letting the clock tick, but no, there we go. Final whistle. 5 goals for Barca. And that is it for tonight. Goodbye to this game. 5 goals, 2 scored by Robert Lewandowski, 1 by Rafinha, 1 by Íñigo Martínez, and an own goal by Camara. Give Barca the first win of the season in this Champions League. So for one last time, I'm going to ask you guys on the live chat, build a chat with Blue and Red Hearts, guys. It's the first win of the season in the Champions League. Yeah, it was Young Boys, pot 4 team, but we needed it. We needed it. So Blue and Red Hearts to celebrate this Barca win. A very positive game for which we will be giving you reactions and analysis on this feed. So stay tuned. Spencer Siegel, Natalie Baresi, quick takes before we head over to the post-game show. Please.
Mark Brow is our artificial intelligence.
Yes, he got his prediction right.
I mean, happy game. Happy.
Yeah, that game could have ended at halftime, and we would have all been pleased with that. But you know what? When Barca score 5 goals, let's enjoy it. Let's have some fun.
Especially in the Champions League.
Yeah, these are not every night occurrences. Let's have fun watching this team play the way they're meant to play. Good job.
Good way to come back after the defeat at the weekend. As I said, there's analysis, there's reactions from the players and the coach coming from the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic live on this show. We're going to take just a couple of minutes to gather our thoughts, and we'll be back with the post-game show. Stay tuned. there you go. A happy night for us here at Barca Studios and for all Barca fans. It's our first win of the Champions League this season, and it was a big one. 5-0 at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, with 2 goals scored by Robert Lewandowski, 1 by Rafinha, the first ever Barca goal for Íñigo Martínez, and a known goal in the final minutes of the game off of an Alejandro Balde cross. A very complete performance by Hansi Flick's side, and the first 3 points in this new league, this first stage of the Champions League, coming off of the defeat in match day 1 against Monaco. Spencer Siegel, Natalie Baresi joining me here in the studio for the post-game as well. Guys, we talked about it at the beginning. We felt like we needed a comeback performance, a bounce-back performance after losing at the weekend. Also, that this was much needed because of that defeat in match day 1 as well. Yeah, you set yourself up with some nice momentum going into the second international break of the season. They played a really complete game today, which is what we were hoping that they were able to do. And you try to manifest what happened tonight into a Sunday performance that will leave you happy in La Liga, coming off of a loss in that competition as well. And Pim Pam, you've got 6 points from 2 different competitions, and you get to rest for a little bit. Natalie, it felt like the team got its groove back after the defeat against Osasuna, and it was a win against Getafe, but obviously because of the nature of the opponent, it wasn't the most shiny of games.
Yeah, I felt like tonight they finally got to play their style and actually let something come out of it, because they tried it against Getafe, but Getafe would just frustrate them. Every time they tried to make passes tonight, they were finally able to play their game, and it showed with that result, and they got to enjoy themselves. Not to say that the next Champions League game is not important, and that is against the mighty Bayern Munich, who's been somewhat of a jinx for Barca in the past years. But winning this game, not having an accident in this game, takes a little bit of the pressure away from that game. Yeah, it's a we talk about 2 different competitions this year, and they're kind of the same type of competition format until we get to the knockout stage, because you're playing 8 games. That gives you 24 possible points to get. You lose 1 game, okay, you can understand that. You drop points in the second one, and then you have to go to Bayern, and now you're talking about potentially 9 points or something of that nature lost. And all of a sudden you're in trouble. And then the alarm bells are ringing. So this is a good way to get some confidence going into that game, knowing that it's a tough game. You pull out even a draw at that one, you're going to be happy with a point. But this is a move in the right direction that this club needed tonight. Well, Marc Barão was at the stadium tonight, at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And Marc, we said at the beginning of the game how Barca needed to bounce back after the defeat at the weekend against Osasuna, and they did just that.
What Barca needed was just to follow my prediction, because I don't know who said 5-0 at the start of the game. Yeah, I think that for the first time this season I have the good score. But of course, in the first minutes we saw a good Barca. I have to say that maybe in the first half were more goals than the way of we play. I think that it was not a brilliant first half. We were very hectic, but in the second half I think that the team completed a great match, and of course it was important to win in this Champions League game, and the difference that we have in the final score, because if we take a look at the other results this night, is incredible. Borussia Dortmund scoring 7 goals against Celtic, Manchester City scoring lots of goals, of course, against Slovan Bratislava, but of course after the defeat against Osasuna, Robert and guys, it was very important to win, and Barca did it. Exactly, and Marc, just so you know, we had a little game with artificial intelligence today here in the studio, and the conclusion we came to is that the closest thing that we have to artificial intelligence in the human form is you. For sure. But I think it's not fair that you play that game without me during the game. You have to keep this game until, for example, until next Sunday. We will definitely. Okay. The Barca artificial intelligence, as we baptized it, is definitely staying on this show
for games to come. Right, Mark, you will be having some of the protagonists of this game, some of the players with you shortly, and we'll be able to hear their reactions, right?
Yeah, I just want to show you where am I, Paul, if you can follow me. We are not in the flash interview area as we used to be when there are league games, but now I'm in the mix zone, and you can follow with me, Paul, as you can notice that there's many journalists from other countries. There's another places for non-right holders, but I have a small corner near from here, and for sure we're gonna have some players talking here in Barça 1. I think that for listening to Hansi Flick, we'll have to wait until the press conference, but we will have some important players here. We expect to have maybe Frankie de Jong, who returned to play after 163 days. Maybe we can talk with Andres Cuenca today, making his official debut with Barça, and or Íñigo Martínez, who scored his first goal with Barça for sure. So in a few minutes, I think that we're going to have some players. Usually in La Liga, we have players only 3 or 4 minutes after the game. I think that we have to wait just a little bit more. But when we have Barça players here, I will tell them.
Right, thank you very much, Mark. Let us know, and we will come straight to you when you have the first players. We want to hear their reactions. And there are a lot of names to be mentioned tonight. Where do we start? I mean, let's go with the scorer of 2, Robert Lewandowski.
That's fair.
2 goals in the Champions League, 7 in La Liga, and the important thing, he is getting into goal-scoring positions, which is what we were worried about last season. He wasn't getting into those positions. Maybe because of how the team was playing, he was required to be outside of the box a whole lot more. Now, Lewandowski, who's a predator inside the box, is living inside the box, and that is allowing him to get on the end of chances.
Yeah, I think the second goal is proof of that, because it came right on the line, and he just needed to head it home with ferocity by getting to the ball quicker than anybody else. And you could see that he's got that hunger in his eyes. Not that he lost it last year, but he was looking at times, as you mentioned, to find the ball more in the box. And because you've got, especially when Rafinha plays through the middle, so many more options and threats with Lamine down the right, it opens up the central spaces for him to get those opportunities, and he's taking advantage because he's a pro's pro.
You mentioned the second goal, but Natalie, in the first goal as well, it's a perfect example because it looks initially like it's a Rafinha shot on the turn. Turns into an assist, but Lewandowski needs to be there, needs to read that, needs to get there with his instinct and push the ball into the back of the net. And Lewandowski this season has perfect allies to set him up. Rafinha, Lamine.
Yeah, his connection with Lamine and Rafinha has worked out perfectly. The 3 of them have been incredibly dangerous. Rafinha's been assisting, Lamine's been assisting, but they've also all been scoring goals. You see today Rafinha with an assist, and then it works out perfectly because Lewandowski is scoring the goals, or he's always just there ready for a dangerous opportunity.
I mentioned Rafinha, I mentioned Lamine Yamal, who scored his first ever Champions League goal against Monaco in matchday 1. Wasn't able to score today, but I think he did everything but. I mean, he was a nightmare for that defence. There was a moment in which they seemed to be playing Hacker Lamine, Spence. But he just absorbs it, barely ever retaliates, and behaves just like an absolute mature professional.
Yeah, that's a good point. He hasn't retaliated much because I think, as Natalie you were saying earlier, like he knows it's coming. Mm-hmm. He sees it coming. What I'm just so impressed with, and you mentioned this too earlier in the show, he always seems to have the right play, make the right decision. Sometimes he doesn't have the play to the option right away, so he doesn't rush it, but he still finds a way to get rid of the ball without losing it. It's just, for a guy who's 17 years old, it's incredibly impressive.
And the other ally that I mentioned is Rafinha. What's your guys' take on what we've seen of him so far? Because it's so different to the first 2 seasons that we'd seen of him. Maybe he was getting on the end of passes, but the touch was always too long, or he was just a little bit late, or his pass didn't quite connect with the teammate. And now it seems like it's all working for him, whether he plays down the middle, down the left. We don't even know what his best position is because he's good down the left. He's played perfectly tonight down the middle as well. And he's just an absolute pillar in the Hansi Flick team. And if you'd have told me 1 year ago that Rafinha would be wearing the captain's armband and be leading this team, I would have said, Well, that's a bit of an ambitious thought, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I think something, I don't know, in the summer clicked, and he's just got this confidence. And of course, the players already trusted him because they voted him to be a captain. And I think especially ever since he became captain, and even since his Ter Stegen injury, he's gotten even more confidence. And I don't know if he's doing it for the fans or because he's such a big Barca fan himself, but it's shown in his results. He's giving it all. I mean, we saw in this game they're winning 5-0, and he was still pushing for another goal in the 90th minute. And it just shows he wants to give it his all every game.
I think credit to Flick as well, Spence, in how he's managed to get the best out of a player who'd put up good numbers, Rafinha, in past seasons. But I don't think we'd seen his best version yet.
No, I've said this before. I remember when we go back to the first game that he played for Barça, which was a friendly against Inter Miami, and he scored just a beautiful curler from the right-hand side outside of the box, curled it in, and that gave us a glimpse of what he could do. And then the word that we can repeat over and over again is confidence, because if that dude is confident on the ball, he also makes the right decisions. And now you've got Lamine and Rafinha making the right decisions and Lewandowski in the middle to reap the benefits. It's a nice little three-headed monster they got going there.
This was 5-0 tonight. I don't think... I agree with Madrao. I do agree with Madrao. I don't think that it's comparable to what we saw against Valladolid, against Girona, against Villarreal in those big wins, because I think this was a game more of moments in which Barca scored crucial moments. The 7th minute goal by Lewandowski definitely took a whole layer of pressure off. And just as we were saying, hey, 1-0, this is getting a little bit dangerous. We hadn't created much. We'd had a lot of the ball, but weren't able to find the way in. Young boys had a good chance in the first half. Then all of a sudden, bang, bang, and that's a game, really.
But this is why I was saying it's important to remember that this game lasts 90 minutes, so if you believe in your system the way Hansi has instilled belief in his players, then not that you want to concede goals, but if you do in those early stages where you either go behind or Young Boys gets one back to go 1-1, you have the confidence to know we're going to be storming down the pitch another 60 to 80 times throughout this game. A couple of those times we're going to get good chances, and we have the quality to finish those chances.
And comparing this 5-0 win to the other big wins that we've had this season, I'd say, I repeat, it wasn't as flashy. The chances didn't come in big numbers. What we did see as a common denominator is that high asphyxiating press, trying to force the mistakes of the Young Boys' defence, of the opponent's defence, trying to create quick chances off of that. And there were moments there in which the opponent just couldn't get out of their box, couldn't get out of their first third.
Yeah, I mean, we saw moments where we didn't even realize that Iñaki Peña was still there, or the defenders, Inigo Martinez was all the way up on the pitch. I mean, it was all Barca just attacking, and every time they did do that, they led to multiple goal-scoring opportunities. And then when they were kind of just waiting back, we were kind of like, okay, this game is lagging a little, let's pick up the intensity. And that's when we saw Lamine Yamal on the side, immediately surrounded by like 4 defenders, and then he would somehow make his way around him, find Rafinha or someone with that creative mentality, and end up almost scoring a goal.
And speaking of that relentlessness and the high press, you see it until the 90th minute. We mentioned 89th minute, Marc Casado, who played every single minute of the game. He was a starter. And there he is, up high, pressing in a 5-0 win.
That speaks to the training, the endurance training that Hansi's done during the training sessions. The stamina, the endurance that these players have this year, it's off the charts. And they don't stop running.
And Casado is that kind of player. But when Gavi comes back, Gavi's that kind of player. When Fermin comes back, Fermin's that kind of player. So you're always going to have one of them on the pitch, I feel, who's going to say, hey, teammates, this is not over yet. The game stops when the referee goes beep, beep, beep. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. It's 5-0. Okay, we want 6-0.
Yep, absolutely.
And Casado was impressive in his first home start in the Champions League this season alongside Pedri. didn't really need a lot of them in terms of the creation because it happened more like in the attacking midfielders line. A very quiet game for them. They did have to make a couple of runs back, lead the pressure, but it was more silent work from them.
Pedri was kind of making the Busquets passes today.
Yeah.
He wasn't making any pass that made you go, ooh, yeah, that's Pedri right there. He was just, all right, move it on to the left side, bring it back to the right.
The name that I did want to highlight is one of the scorer and assist, Íñigo Martínez, who last season had a lot of trouble with injuries, didn't play the other day in Pamplona, we lost, and has become the leader, I think, of that Hansi Flick defense. Hansi's trusted him, and Íñigo's delivering.
I'm hoping, because I know we've got a little while before we get to go to Hansi and whatnot later, that our production team in the back has the instant replay of Robert Van Eekhout correctly predicting Íñigo Martínez scoring a goal.
You might find that on Barca 1's social media tomorrow, anticipating that goal. Right, Marc Blau is not with a Football Club Barcelona player, but is with a member of the team, a member of Barca Studios. Marc, who are you with?
No, for the moment I'm not with anybody,
not?
Because she said she doesn't want to say something, or not. Yeah, let me present Sandra. How are you, Sandra?
I'm fine.
Hey!
I'm so happy.
I have to say that in every game, especially in Champions League game, it's like my mom. So everything I need, I got it from Sandra, who speaks English better than me. So I just want to say to you, Sandra, how do you see the game today?
I think we had a great game here today in Montjuic. It's 5 goals here, so I think one more step to this road to Munich.
I have to say that Sandra suffered a lot during the game, and today we're not very close when we saw the game because he was just in the tribune. But I can swear that if everything is going well, it's because of her. I have to say it all. So well, we're not playing about the MVP, but who do you think was the best player today?
Rafinha, maybe. I like Koundé and also Lamine Yamal, but I think Rafinha, no?
As you know, as our big producer, she said Rafinha, who is, in fact, the MVP of the game. Uefa gave him the MVP. So, right, do you want to say something else?
No, just hello, Robert, and all of you.
There you go. Hi, Sandra.
I'm going to see if the players are coming.
Yeah.
You some players. Wait here.
Yeah, okay, Sandra, you can go. Thank you very much. As I said, yeah, Paul, you can show it. No, Sandra, are you going? Right, why not? Yeah. As you can see, Sandra's going. Bye.
To find the players.
To find the players.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to find the players. So I believe her. I believe her for sure.
I know because I know what the dynamics are there. Marc Blau said that Sandra was suffering during the game. I know why she was suffering. She was suffering because she knows now that she would have to hear you, Marc Blau, during the whole post-game saying that you got your prediction right.
Well, I have to say that, in fact, the goal that was not conceded to Young Boys in the last minute, I suffered a lot that goal because I know that I think Spence was the one who said that was 5-1. Was it you, Spence?
5-1, yeah.
Well, Spence or the mannequin? I don't know exactly.
The mannequin said 6-0.
Ah, okay. So are not the same person, the mannequin and Spence?
No.
Ah, we discovered today that they're different.
No, the mannequin is artificial intelligence.
Ah,
Barcificial.
Barcificial intelligence, sorry.
Okay.
Copyright.
Marc, by the way, focusing back on the game, you mentioned some names before and someone that, or some of the names that we might be hearing from in this post-game. But in the second half, with the game 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, Hansi Flick gave minutes to Ansu Fati. We had a very special moment, a hug there between the two before Ansu came on. Frankie de Jong and a debut as well for Andres Cuenca.
Yeah, I think that those names that you said are very important for the team. In fact, I think that the most emotional moment was the first two sets. Of course, when Ansu Fati was coming to the pitch, it was very emotional because remember that the last game that Ansu Fati played in front of our fans was in August from the last year. So in August 2023, it was a game against Cadiz. And after that game, many things happened. him. He went to Brighton on loan. He came back to Barcelona. He did not complete all the pre-season because he had to stay here in Barcelona. He did not travel to United States. He had to stay here recovering. Of course, we saw him playing some minutes in Monaco, but it was different to play at home. And I think that the moment that Frenkie de Jong come back for the pitch was also very emotional because all the people here gave him a standing ovation. A long time without the Frenkie de Jong. And there's something that I took a lot over it is that Rafinha kept the captain armband. Remember that Frenkie de Jong is one of the captains of the team. We didn't know exactly what is the number of captains.
Almost.
Yeah, that's it. And I expect that maybe Rafinha had to give the captain armband to Frenkie de Jong, but it did not happen. It did not happen. Rafinha kept the captain armband, and of course it was a great moment for Frenkie de Jong. And you talked about Andrés Cuenca. Remember that guy is only 17 years old. We used to have that kind of players. I mean, Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, all those players had 17 years old. But for Andrés Cuenca, today is a special day. He's a guy from Andalusia, from Córdoba. He played several years in La Masia. He's one of the best players of Barça Athletic, but for the moment he was just training with the teammates of the first team in the last weeks. And in all the predictions, maybe we think about the cousins, Toni or Guillermo Fernandez, but I think that in that substitution we can notice the way and the special feelings that maybe Hansi Flick has with that kind of guys. We have problems in the centre-backs positions. We have Pau Cubarsí that not play the whole games in the last weeks. Íñigo Martínez did not start the last game against Osasuna, so for Hansi Flick there's no problem. We have to put more players in the centre-back position, so let's gonna give minutes to Andrés Cuenca. So this is my point of view over the substitutions that happened here today.
Thank you very much, Mark. And yeah, let us know when you get the first players with you. We're hoping to hear from some of the protagonists. Thank you, Mark. A special moment there in the second half. Hansi Flick sharing out minutes. I think De Jong, I'm very curious to see as the game goes on, as the games go on, as he gets more minutes, what role he can play. If he's the defensive midfielder, the Cazador player, if he's the Pedri in that system and Pedri plays further forward, there's just a lot of options there.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we still don't know under Flick is which of these players are best suited at what position. You talked about Rafinha, that's a perfect example. Where is he best? To me, it seems like he's always creating danger in the middle. But as you said, he's also good down the left. What about Frenkie? Where can he be best utilized in this fixture? Conventional thinking would lead me to believe that he's going to play that more traditional 6 or double 6 with Cazador, and that would allow Pedri to get a little bit further up the pitch. But you never really know until you see what Hansi decides.
And right now, the headache for Hansi Flick is those 9 players he had out today, 8 injured plus Eric. We're hoping, or I'm very excited to see when the headache transforms into, oh, well, I can only start 11. I've got Frenkie de Jong, I've got Gavi, I've got Cazador, I've got Pedri, I've got Eric, I've got Olmo, I've got Fermin.
With all respect, truly, you can understand why Gundogan left. There's so many players in the midfield and so much talent.
I mean, it's a great headache to have, honestly. And then if you have to make substitutions and you're the other team and you see these players coming on, it's like, come on, what are we doing here? I think also for a long season, for rotations, having all those players to be able to use, it's very exciting for Barca fans, to be honest.
Shall we start getting man of the match out of the way?
Sure.
It's a tough one today.
Go for it.
Shall we start with Marc Brau? Let me know, guys. Can we go to Marc Brau for his man of the match vote while he waits for reactions? Marc, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, but we have to wait to give the points of MVP because I'm with one of players that have special feelings today. Estoy con Íñigo Martínez. Íñigo, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Hola, buenas.
Bueno, te quiero preguntar por el partido. Era importante ganar, ¿no? Después
It was
de
important
lo que
to win
pasó en
tonight,
Pamplona,
right?
que evidentemente el equipo
Especially
está haciendo
after Pamplona.
un inicio de temporada. pero
had a great
ganar y
start of the
convencer y hacerlo de
season,
esta manera ha
but
sido
tonight
importante para el equipo.
they had to win and convince.
Hoy había que hacer un gran partido.
Yeah, today we had to
todas
play a
líneas,
great
y creo
game.
que el equipo
We did so across
ha
the
dado
board.
nivel, ha estado a la altura
We were up to
de
the
este
standard.
partido y la verdad que contentos con el trabajo,
And we're
contentos
happy
con el
with
resultado.
the result, with our work. We need to continue down this road.
Tipo de partidos, lo más importante es empezar como habéis empezado.
The most important thing tonight was what you did tonight from the start to finish. You guys were very much engaged in this game.
Sí, sabíamos que ellos iban a replegar.
Yeah, we knew that we were going to push them back and they were going to give us more of the possession and try to hit us on the counter. They're a solid team of defense and attack. And they had one or two chances, but overall, we had them dominated. Against Monaco, we didn't get the 3 points, but tonight we did, so we're happy about that. We want to continue down this line, and hopefully we'll continue to win.
La verdad que sí.
Pero ha llegado, por suerte.
Por fin, sí, contento.
Your goal has finally come, huh, Inigo? Yes, finally. Yeah, I felt like scoring a goal.
Pues bueno, meter el primero con el Barcelona, contento.
Our first goal with Barça. I'm happy to have done so today.
Mi afición en Champions.
In front of my fans in the Champions League, I'm happy. But for a defender, it's more important to make sure that we don't concede. And that's what we did tonight. And if I can help by scoring goals as well, well, I don't do so often, but I'm happy. You scored some goals with your former club, Athletic Club.
Porque habías debutado en la Champions con el Barça el año pasado y llegas a ese primer gol. No sé si
got your debut with Barça in the Champions League last season. And now you scored. Goals come and go. I try to take advantage of the moments that I have out there on the field. Luckily, today I managed to score. I'm happy for it. Congratulations.
Two words of Íñigo Martínez, who always dedicate his goals to the kids that he has, to the girls. So I'm just taking a look about if we have more players, not for the moment, but I think that now, Robert, we can give our votes of the MVP, of the man of the match. So
I was going to ask you, is Íñigo in your top three? Is Íñigo in your top three?
I have to assume, I have to say that in the first votes that I had before sending to Jordi my votes, it was, but finally, for me, Íñigo today was the fourth, and we only give points to the first three, to the top three. So I put Íñigo out. He scored a goal, but I think that there are three players who deserve more the points. I will give the top points, 3 points to Rafinha. Sandra said that Rafinha was the best. He was the player of the match for the UEFA today, and one assist, another goal, the way that he's fighting, the way that he's the captain again of the team. I think that all Montjuic is in love right now with Rafinha. I think that he deserves these 3 points. I give 2 points for a player who scored 2 goals today, Robert Lewandowski, who reached 65 goals with Barça in 105 games. I think it's very important. And 1 point to other player that I will give, I would say, later, because the MVP, as I said, el MVP es Rafinha.
¿Qué tal, Javier?
Esto estaba en el juego que me dijiste de esos datos que tienes ahí, de esas cosas que quieres conseguir.
Part of the objective, did you want to achieve this tonight?
No que estoy buscando ser el MVP
yeah, I mean, I'm not something that I strive for. But sure, on a personal level, it's something, it's part of my objectives.
Habrán muchos todavía. Bueno, enhorabuena por la victoria.
Well, congrats on the win.
5-0. El equipo, la sensación que ha dado es que se ha tomado el partido muy en serio, que evidentemente después de la derrota contra Barcelona había que dar un paso adelante, pero a veces
took this game serious.
Partidos, ¿no? Con todo el favoritismo para el Barça, jugando en casa, y habéis salido muy metidos.
Everything you had in favor, you guys still came out very much charged to take the win. Yeah, we needed to reply, and we did so tonight. We knew tonight's game was going to be important for us. Against Osasuna, we didn't manage to play very well. We missed on several of the facets of the game. But we learn from the mistakes. Mistakes are there to be made and to be learned from. And that was important, as was this win tonight. And it's an important win for the standings in this league phase. Another goal tonight and an assist. We're constantly contributing. I think the Barça fans, with the passing of each game, are more in love with you. Do you feel the love? Yeah, for sure, no doubt. I get pretty emotional when I do. It was one of the objectives I had, was to hear my name being chanted by the fans, and it was very emotional, that moment for me. I do my job, I try to give it my all. And,
Desde tu llegada al Barça no has tenido una lesión grave, pero sí que ha habido partidos que has estado fuera del terreno de juego. Te quiero preguntar por Frenkie de Jong, otro de los capitanes, aunque tú te has quedado muy rápidamente, otro de los capitanes, ¿cómo valoras su regreso y alguien de su ascendencia también en el vestuario que tú conoces desde que llegaste? ¿Cómo puede ser de importante también esta temporada? Contento, me imagino, de verlo en el campo.
Can he be for the team? Yeah, of course, we're very happy. Frankie gives us a lot, both on the pitch and in the dressing room. He's got a lot of quality, and the more players with quality that we have, the better for us, of course. So Frankie is rather important for us, as I said, both on and off the pitch. His return, I think, was pretty emotional for him and the fans, and sharing shirts and having him on my team. It's important for me. He's been away for a long time, so it's important that he's back. No player likes to be out because of injury. I'm sure he was anxious to make his comeback, so it's important that he's out there on the field again, and I'm pretty happy for him. I'm pretty emotional as well to see him play. Don't stop, Rafinha. I won't. Thank you.
The words of Rafinha, I said to him, don't stop, stop that, Rafinha. I have to say that I think that I did not give the point. I gave 3 points to Rafinha, to Lewandowski, and 1 point for Pedri. I think that Pedri deserves a lot this point. He did not score today, but he made an assist. He played very well tonight, Pedri.
Thank you very much, Mark. If you have any more reactions, please let us know and we'll come straight to you. In the meantime, we're going to continue with the player of the match votes on the live chat. Let us know who you think you would give 3 points, 2 points, 1 point to. Do you agree with Marc Brau? The votes are on the screen. Natalie, do you agree with Marc Brau?
I agree, but I have a slightly different top three. My number one was Rafinha, obviously, the goal, the assist, the hustle, the giving it his all, the whole 90 minutes. I do want to give credit to Pedri. I think he was very silent, like very underrated during this game, but I think he still gave a lot in the attack. He had a shot that was rebounded and then ended up in a goal. He would come running back to help in the defense. One of his more quieter games, not so such as a creative figure, but I think he still helped get that clean sheet and get those goals. And then Marc Casado, like we said, that energy that he had the entire match, just giving it his all, sometimes a little bit too dangerously, like Gavi does, giving it a little too much, but that's that energy that we need. And he had so much energy the whole 90 minutes. Seemed like he could have played another match.
Spence.
It's tough when you win 5-0, score 5 goals, defense puts up a clean sheet. Like, Iñaki Peña's nowhere on any of our lists, but made a couple of nice saves in the end, and Pau Cubarsí barely touched the ball. But it was Rafinha's day. He was all over the place. Every touch was pristine. Every pass had its vision. And then Lamine, even though he didn't score, for me, he gave us the factor. We did the ooh-ah every time he touched the ball. And you need that in a game like this, because you noticed, like, 75th to 90th minutes, we were missing an ooh-ah.
Yeah.
And then Lewandowski just a hunter, un cazador. Like, he's always just out there looking for goals, and he finds them. And that has nothing to do with the rap. That's just
It's just who he is.
And I am going to be super unfair to Robert Lewandowski because I'm going to leave him out of the top 3 because we can only vote for 3 players, and I agree. Rafinha is our unanimous player of the match here. He was making things happen in that central position, but we know that he can work well on the wing, goal, assist, and what a season that Rafinha is having. 2 points for Lamine Yamal, because I agree with you, Spence. He was not involved directly in any of the goals, I think, but yet he was driving that defense crazy. He was dribbling. He was hanging on to the ball. He was controlling the tempo of things. Every time he picks up the ball, he draws 2-3 defenders to his position. And then he has the factor.
I think at least one of the fouls that he drew that were free kicks led to a goal, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I can't remember off the top of my head. There
off
were
the
so
top of my
many
head
goals.
right now. There were 5 goals. Definitely not the 5th goal. I think that, by the way, I gave my last point to Íñigo Martínez, and it's a cumulative point because yesterday he got a goal and an assist, and that's why he gets my point, my token point. But as I said before, Hansi Flick has just given him the reins of the defense. He is the leader next to the young Pau Cubarsí. They're both doing a fantastic job. Íñigo is showing endurance as well this season, and I do not want to jinx it by saying that, but he is an absolute leader of this Barca defense. There he is, Íñigo Martínez on the image. Our player of the match unanimously is Rafinha with 12 points, Lamine Yamal 4, Pedri 3, Lewandowski 3. Lewandowski scored 2 goals and he only got 3 points, so there you go. 1 point for Marc Casador and 1 for Íñigo Martínez. 5-0 win in the Champions League, and I feel like this is an important win in terms of morale as well going forward immediately, as we have a game on Sunday against Alaves. It's handy that that one's at home as well.
Yep.
But moving forward after the international break, if we can get a win on Sunday as well, now you've got fully renewed energy, and first let's say complicated games of the season. Not that we haven't had them, but you've got big teams coming up in Bayern Munich and Real Madrid after the break, and you need to go in there fully confident in what you're doing. Trust the system.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. There's going to be an interesting little 4-week, 3-week stretch between one international break and the next. And it's not a bad thing that we have 3 international breaks in the first couple of months of the season. It's not a great thing for the players who have to play in those international breaks, but from a team perspective, it's almost like you can break the season down into chunks.
Yep.
And this next chunk before you get to the November break is going to be very important.
It is indeed some crucial games in there. Obviously, month of October does not decide where your season goes. But
no, but I remember 2 years ago when we were saying the same thing, and it was important because there was a Clásico, there was another game against Bayern, there was a game against Inter, and then the international break happened, and Araujo and Koundé both went down, and the whole season from the Champions League side got a little crazy.
And of course, Hansi Flick will have hopefully some new weapons at his disposal. The injured players should be coming back gradually. Gavi's in training. We should see Fermin. We should see Dani Olmo. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where this team is going. I've been saying all season long, hey, it's very nice that you're starting to see where this team is going, what it wants to do. But you can never draw conclusions on what happens in September and October. Things take time, and you're going to have little bumps in the road. As November, December, January comes, things will start to take form. And from what we're seeing, I'm very excited.
I think things have already started kind of taking form, and it's nice to see. And they've gotten the results, and I just hope that if there are little bumps in the road, that they happen now, like the Osasuna game. The sooner the better, not later in the season when the games are so critical.
Definitely. And Osasuna, bump in the road. Monaco, hopefully, bump in the road. An accident, like Marc-André ter Stegen said on the day of the Gamper.
I don't even quantify those as bumps because the Monaco was an outlier with the red card. Osasuna was rotation-based with all the injuries. There's plenty good working for this team right now.
Let's go to Montjuic one final time. Marc Brau, are there going to be any more reactions, any more interviews?
Well, not in this position, but remember that we're going to listen to Hansi Flick in the press conference room. I have to say that in another position, we talk with other players, but we will have to wait until tomorrow or in social media just to follow the words, for example, of Robert Lewandowski and Frenkie de Jong. Remember that it's not only the live plays, Robert, in Barça 1, after the game, you can watch the highlights and you can watch the reactions. And in a few minutes, until the Uefa is saying that we can use that interviews, from the midnight, maybe in the platform you can listen to the words of Robert Lewandowski and Frenkie de Jong. So stay tuned, because it's not only in the live program, you can listen to him, to those players, just maybe in a few minutes, maybe in less than an hour. So it's time to say you goodbye. For sure, I think that it was very deserved for Rafinha to be the player of the match here in Barça Live. And remember that we have one more game before the international break, again another international break. But I think that this time it can be good for Barça. Just we will have more time to recover some players. Today we recover Frenkie de Jong, but remember that after the international break, maybe players like Gavi, maybe players like Dani Olmo, like Fermin, maybe they could return in the game against Sevilla. But before, we have an important game next Sunday against Alaves. Tough team. Mendizorroza is not always an easy stadium. So next Sunday afternoon we will face Alaves, and I think it will be very important to win those 3 points just to get up in the standings. So for the moment, every news is given from here, and let's gonna listen next Sunday. And, for sure, just a question. Sometimes you said that I put bad luck of the team, of Barca team. What happened last Saturday without me?
Well, we sent Pablo there and it didn't quite work out, but we might send him he did a good job. He did a good job.
For sure.
It was a complicated day.
I'm not talking about the job. I'm for sure that Pablito did it very well. But always you and told me, no, Mark, you always bad luck. Okay, for the moment I have
When
to
have
say,
I ever said that?
No, you know maybe. Okay, let's gonna talk tomorrow. So let's gonna say goodbye. Let's gonna say goodbye after those wars. You can imagine what could happen next Sunday, isn't it? So, but it will be a very important game for Barca. So especially after the draw between Atletico de Madrid and Real Madrid, Barca is 3 points up to Real Madrid in the standings. So I think it's very important to win next Sunday and to get to the international break with this difference in the standings.
Thank you very much, Mark, and of course, congratulations on that first prediction that you got right this season. So you're tied with Irati Vidal, with Spencer Siegel at one correct prediction, which does not speak wonders of us here in the studios.
No, I
predicting
mean,
is hard.
We were all close on this one. Every single one of us was in it at some point.
Yep.
At least we're all optimistic.
Right, well, we're waiting to hear from Hansi Flick in the press room. The press conference of the Young Boys coach has ended, and we are now waiting for Hansi Flick to head into the press room, speaking in German, by the way, who will be translated by our colleague Diego Lorin, who very kindly is going to allow us to understand in English what Hansi Flick has to say after this game. I'm sure Hansi Flick will be very pleased with how tonight's game went.
If you could pinpoint one thing like that he could say went wrong today, where would you even go with that?
The continuity, maybe, that Barca didn't create as many chances, a total of 8 shots on target I'm seeing there. 21 shots seems a bit generous. Maybe that.
I mean, it's difficult to pick out something from this game. But
I'm nitpicking.
Exactly.
When it's a 5-0 win.
Yeah.
But I would say, as I said before, as I repeat, it's not the same as the 5-1 win in Villarreal. Not the same kind of game. Not the same kind of game as in Girona. But hey, you adapt to the circumstances, and most important of all, this team takes its chances. Even in a defeat the other day against Osasuna, 2 goals.
Yeah. No, they've been very clinical, and that's a big key to having success for any team at any level.
Most definitely. I remember at the beginning of the season, people were saying, well, where's the firepower? Who's going to score the goals in this team? Well, I'd say so far, so good. We have to make a minor correction, Spence. I said that the 2 games this week are at home. One of them is Neuer, and we just found out thanks to Marbrau.
Yeah, Mendizorroza is our site. I've been there.
Tough place.
You been there?
I was there for the promotion playoff semi-final 2 years ago against Eibar.
Oh.
Rocking atmosphere. Lots of fun. Really nice. Almost like a British ground in the way that it's set up.
Well, that's always a complicated stadium, Alaves. I don't know why I had it in my head that Barca were playing at home before the international break, but hey, I guess that means we're getting more home games in the second half of the league because we played at El Sadar. We played two consecutive away at Girona and La Ceramica, and now 2 consecutive away, Sadar and Mendizorroza. That seems somewhat strange.
That's a lot. Yeah,
that's a lot. A lot of away games. But hey, since the last international break until now, I'd say results very good, taking into account all of the absences that we've had and complicated outings, Girona and Villarreal. I think Hansi Flick can be satisfied with the overall result.
Definitely, and I think he can also be satisfied with the fact that he's getting some of these injured players back, but also the way these younger players have stepped up and played very confidently and showed that, hey, we can kind of fight for a position with these first-team players, and that's fantastic to always have that backup.
And while we're waiting for Flick, thinking of La Liga, you mentioned it before, Spence, the accident in Pamplona became less of an accident with what happened the following day.
Yeah, that helped.
It helped.
It helped. It helps for your own personal morale, and when you're watching our show, as a Barça fan, it's pretty easy to tell what you want to happen in the other game. So you take that and you run with it, and Madrid have an even tougher game, arguably, this weekend. They've got Villarreal, who are third in the table. So, these early opportunities, it's a chance to find some points, to grab something.
Still waiting for Hansi Flick to head into the press room. Why don't we take a look at today's results in the Champions League in the meantime, because there were some big results, some big wins, apart from Barca's. Brest won 4-0 in
They've got
Salzburg.
2 wins this year,
Wow.
and that is an opponent that Barca will face later this year.
True that. 5-0 win for Barca, of course. A 1-1 draw between Stuttgart and Sparta Prague. 1-0 win for Leverkusen against AC Milan.
Victor Boniface.
7-1. The big win of the day for Borussia Dortmund, the German teams this season in the Champions League.
Well, and
who Barca will also face.
Piling those goals on,
Yeah. 4-1 for Inter Milan against Red Star Belgrade, Crvena Zvezda. 1-1 draw, PSV against Sporting.
Late equalizer, Sporting.
Who scored?
I don't remember.
It wasn't Trincao, was it?
It was not.
He's on my fantasy team. 4-0 win for Manchester City, who had not won in their first game. They had a 0-0 draw against Inter, and 2-0 win for Arsenal. So
very nice.
Most of the big teams winning there, and lots of goals. Were we getting these many goals in the Champions League last season in the group stage?
It does seem like with the new format, it's open play. It's very nice. We enjoy it.
Right. Hansi Flick heading into the press room. So, Spencer Siegel, Natalie Baresi, I'm going to say goodbye and thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
See ya.
And Barca Official Intelligence, I'm going to say goodbye to you as well. See you next time.
We'll be here. We'll be around. Don't worry.
Right, from us here at Barca Studios, that is all. We are going to leave you with the press conference of our head coach, Hansi Flick, and we'll see you on Sunday for the game against Alaves. Until then, visca el Barça.
Catalunya Ràdio, m'agradaria, després que el Barça hagi guanyat tan còmodament a casa, m'agradaria que valoressis un moment que no funciona la traducció simultània. Sí? Repeteixo la pregunta. En directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio, Mireia Ruiz, et volia preguntar, demanar que em valoressis i preguntar-te amb què et quedes després d'una victòria tan tranquil·la i tan àmplia del Barça en un partit de Champions i aquí a casa.
Here in the Champions League at home.
Es war heute wichtig, dass wir 3 Punkte holen, dass wir den ersten
Tonight, what was
Sieg
important
holen.
were the 3 points.
Und mit 5-0.
And with 5-0,
war es auch in dieser Höhe verdient.
I think we deserve the win.
Man hat heute gemerkt, so am Anfang, dass
Tonight
wir
we noticed from the start
nicht ganz so mit dem Vertrauen auch gespielt haben, wie wir das normal auch gewohnt sind.
We wanted
Nach
to
dem
come
ersten
out
Tor war das
confident.
dann wieder zurück und
we maybe
dann war
didn't
vieles etwas leichter.
weren't so confident from the start,
von
but
daher
the confidence
muss man
came
sagen, sind
after
wir
the
zufrieden.
first goal, and
Es
overall,
ist-
I'm
jetzt
very
geht's weiter.
satisfied,
Jetzt geht's nächste Spiel.
and that's how we need to continue.
In der Champions
Focus
League
on the
nach
next
der
game.
Länderspielpause.
After
Und
the
wir freuen uns
international
aber
break,
jetzt schon mal
the
auf Sonntag. Das ist
Champions
unser
League
nächstes Spiel
will
und,
continue,
da
and
müssen wir
in
uns
the
wieder
domestic league, it will do so on Sunday, and we need to prepare for that.
Marta.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon, en directe al Barça Jugar RAC1. Et volia preguntar per la gestió
ask you about
de Lamine Yamal, un talent tan jove
how
que ho
you
vol jugar
manage
tot, que sempre
a
està
talent
motivat,
like
que ho
Lamine
dona tot
Yamal.
i que marca
Tonight
les
he
diferències.
was
Avui a
very
l'hora de
motivated,
canviar-lo ens ha semblat
a
que
difference maker
no
once
estava
again.
gaire content. Què li has dit i com es gestiona un
What
talent
did you
d'aquestes característiques?
tell him, and
Gràcies.
how do you manage such a talent?
Nein, das gehört einfach auch dazu. Also wir
That's part of the game.
haben ja nicht nur ein Spiel, sondern wir haben mehrere Spiele und er hat
We
viele
don't just have
Minuten auch
one
gehabt
player, we have
und
many players.
Ich denke, nach dem
He's played a lot of minutes.
Spielstand kann man auch mal wechseln. Robert war auch.
Given the scoreline, it was.
Wollen, aber
I allowed myself to take him off as well as Robert Lewandowski.
Hola, mister. Buenas noches. Adrià Albets en directo para el larguero de la serie, Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Hoy hemos visto a Ansu Fati bastantes minutos jugando en la posición casi en el centro del campo.
Almost as a midfielder.
No sé si lo que buscaba es que tocara muchos balones.
If you wanted him to touch the ball more often, or could you explain to him? Explain why you put him in that position.
Der Grund ist einfach.
It's a simple reason.
Frankie war noch nicht bereit. Wir haben noch
Frankie wasn't ready yet. We needed
Frankie dann
a few more minutes for Frankie to come out.
Und Petri wollten wir einfach runternehmen und dann haben wir gesagt, okay, wir
so we said, okay,
fangen Ansu an auf der
let's
Position
start
und
with
dann
Ansu in that
wechseln wir
position, and then
Frankie
we'll
auf der Position, so
switch
dass wir
him
auch
with
gemacht
Frankie,
haben.
and that's what we
Das wäre
did.
normalerweise das, was wir machen wollten.
That's
ein bisschen
what we
später,
wanted to
aber
do.
nach dem
We did so a little bit later.
haben wir dann entschieden, dass wir Petri früh runternehmen.
And then when the opportune moment came, that's when we did that.
Buenas noches, Joan Mallory de la cadena COPE. Le quería preguntar, estamos en un sistema nuevo de competición,
about this new system, this new Champions League format,
pueden ser muy importantes los goles que un equipo tenga a favor.
where the goals scored
Siempre quieren ganar
can play an
por la
important
máxima
factor.
diferencia posible, pero no sé si hoy había una consigna especial de intentar marcar
Were you
los máximos
on a
goles
mission
posibles.
tonight to score the maximum amount of goals possible?
Nein, es ist, ich glaube,
No.
das ist auch über die Runde oder von Beginn an
from the
die Idee der
beginning,
Mannschaft, auch, dass sie immer versucht,
the
natürlich
team
auch aufs Tor zu gehen, wenn man eine Chance
is
haben.
always in the hunt for goals.
Ehrlich gesagt ist es so, in den
Truth
letzten
be
10
told,
Minuten hätte ich mir schon gewünscht, dass wir
in the
ein
last
bisschen mehr auch den Ball
10
halten, ein
minutes,
bisschen mehr
I
auch,
would have preferred to hold on to the
Kräfte
ball
sparen, aber es ist einfach
a little bit more to
jeder
save our
Mannschaft
strengths.
und es macht Spaß so.
But I understand the team. I know it's fun to score, but in certain situations, it would be good to slow down the tempo and let the opponent chase the ball a little bit. But I'm satisfied in overall.
Hola, señor Flick, aquí Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. Me gustaría preguntarle dónde se encuentra su equipo ahora, en qué porcentaje del nivel que alcance esta temporada está.
Is your team at right now at this stage of the competition? Leaders in the domestic league, good position in the Champions League with still a lot of important players having to come back. What percentage would you give your squad right now? I think that our goal is to improve with every game. Today we did so. Some things we can do better, I can do better, and that's part of the job. The team is willing to learn, wants to learn. And from game to game, we want to improve. It's important to focus on these upcoming games until the end of the year. There's some very good and interesting opponents coming up, and also games that'll be a lot of fun to play, and that excites all of us, the players, the coaches, and the fans. and it'll do us good.
Buenas noches, mister. Felicidades por la victoria. Me gustaría preguntarle por De Jong. Ha jugado ya unos minutos. Me gustaría preguntarle cómo.
De Jong has played some minutes. How did you see his performance?
Y pensando un poco a medio plazo,
And looking at the midterm,
de tanto tiempo fuera para coger ya.
How long will it take for a player that has been out for such a long time to be back to match fitness?
Mucho tiempo fuera de los terrenos de juego. Gracias.
I think for Frankie, today was an important step to come back to the team after his injury, having suffered such a serious injury. Having played some minutes today was important for him. I would have liked to have used him earlier, but he came on when he did. He's come a long way. He got some touches, ran a little bit. It was important for him to feel a football player again and get that feeling back. And tonight, that is why it was an important step for him to take. Next time, he'll hopefully play a little longer. That is important. Also, the practice sessions will be important. Before his injury, he was executing at a very high level here. He was one of the top players. We need to help him, support him to put him back where he was. For that, we need some time, and I'm willing to give him that time. And I'm going to make it my personal mission to do so. He deserves it. He's a professional, and I see a lot of things that I like from him, and that's why he deserves our trust and patience as well.
Sí, hola, mister. Xavi Lemus de TV3. Tenint en compte el nivell que ha ofert avui l'equip, la manera com ha jugat i el fet que
how the team played
importants com seria el cas de
and how important players still need to come back like Dani Olmo.
El nivell que està oferint el Barça en aquest inici de temporada
Looking at the level that Barça is playing at, do you think that you are one of the favorites to win the Champions League?
Sorry, es war eine spanische Übersetzung, sorry.
This was a Spanish translation. I did not understand the question. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it was translation in Spanish.
En quin idioma li dic?
Pots repetir la pregunta, sisplau?
En català, no?
Sí, sí, sí.
Val. Sí, li volia preguntar que
So the question again, taking into account the level that this team is playing at, seeing its early days and given the fact that important players still need to come back, like Dani Olmo, do you see the team now as competitive enough in order to win the Champions League? The season is going to be long. We see how quickly things can change. Bernal is out because of injury. Ter Stegen as well. Dani Olmo is on the right track to come back. After the international break, hopefully Fermin and others can come back. Hopefully Gavi as well. I can't wait because we see the quality that he has in the training sessions. Dani and Fermin already saw that. Gavi is new to me. And we're excited for them to come back. That's why it's so important for us to get as many points as possible now with the passing of each game. We still have a few weeks to collect more points in the different games and take off the pressure of those that will come back as well.
Hola Hansi, felicidades por la victoria al expintar el de relevo. Le quería preguntar por el partido de Pedri. ¿Qué le ha parecido el partido de Pedri? Y si con este
Can you talk to me about Pedri's game?
es candidato
And if,
a todo. Gracias.
when he plays at this level, if Barça are a candidate to win everything?
Alles. Also ich sage jetzt mal so, ich glaube.
Let me say it like this. I think
wenn die Mannschaft,
that when the team,
wenn die so zusammenbleibt,
when they are together as they are now,
ein oder andere ja, gute Verpflichtung macht, dann bin ich überzeugt davon, dass die Mannschaft eine ganz große Zukunft hat.
I am convinced that the future will be bright for this team.
Jordi Blanco. Guten Tag, Mister. Congratulations. Jordi Blanco de ESPN. Antes se lo han preguntado.
Before you were asked,
Borussia Dortmund ha marcado 7 goles. El Manchester City ha
Borussia
marcado
Dortmund
4 fuera de
scored
casa. También lo ha hecho
7,
el Brest
City
y
scored
también ha
4,
marcado 4 goles el Inter de Milán.
Inter have scored 4.
Empieza a pensar que puede ser muy importante marcar muchos goles.
It seems like it is important to score goals in this competition. Looking at the standings, in order to finish the league phase in the top part, is it important to score many goals?
Ich glaube schon.
Yeah, I think so.
Muss man genügend Punkte holen.
We need to get enough points, and along with that is the goal difference as well. Today was a good start. So we can be satisfied with the 5 goals that we scored, and I think that both is important, points and goals, in order to finish high in the league standings. After this good start of the season, why is it that you think the team have interpreted your message so well already so early on?
Also ich glaube immer, dass wenn du eine neue Idee oder was heißt neue Idee, es ist letztendlich
when you bring new ideas, or I think we're a bit more aggressive defensively, we press better, we play very compact football, and trying to look to exploit the spaces. And then when on top of that you win, things are just easier. It's easier to make these adjustments. I think we are the team that have the most offside traps. And that, for that, we all need to understand the message and our role. We work on that, and things are going well. So that's a plus point, that you have players who are willing to apply this high press and to press our opponents time and time again. And of course, the difference is also that these players understand where to find the space and how to pace the game, how they need to combine and score goals and goal-scoring opportunities together as a team. What I like a lot as well is the good atmosphere that exists within this squad, how they treat each other. You can tell that they know each other for a very long time, and that helps. And that, of course, is very good for a coach.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Raúl Fuentes de Radio Marca. Te quería preguntar por Rafinha.
Talk to me about Rafinha. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He was captain today.
¿Cómo son tus charlas con él? ¿Qué le pides
What is
a
it you
Rafinha para
ask of him
que se vea esta versión de él,
to
esta
see this version of his,
determinación,
this
esta energía, y si a ti te
determined
está sorprendiendo
player with so much energy, and
rendimiento?
are you surprised by him so far? I mean, I've said this before. I've seen Rafinha before. For me,
wenn eine Top-Leistung gebracht hat, das ist für mich der Maßstab. Und
the important steps is when I see players produce great football. I see that he has a lot of self-confidence. You can see that he feels important for the team. And these are things that I think players like Rafinha do that very well, others as well, but the way they push forward with Robert, he is also very present, both offensively but also defensively. He helps a lot. He puts them under pressure and tries to exploit the spaces. And Rafinha with his speed and tempo, when they put our opponents under pressure, it also, of course, motivates the other players to apply that same pressure, and they all work together. It's important that for us that want to apply this idea of football, that the whole team is committed, basically.
Ja, guten Abend, Herr Flick. Mal ein Kunst von Blick. Ja, hier. Wie sehr hat Sie der Auftritt von Iwe enttäuscht? Das war doch schon ziemlich leichtgewichtig, gerade wenn man die Auftritte gegen Galatasaray Istanbul in den Playoffs im Kopf hat.
What did you make of the?
Ich glaube schon, dass wir es ganz gut gemacht haben.
I think we played very well today.
Wir haben natürlich auch analysiert, genauso wie es mein Kollege auch gemacht hat.
We analyzed, of course, our opponents very well. I think today our game overall was just of good quality. In the first half, we were already very dominant. So I have to judge my team, and I'm very satisfied with my team's performance tonight. Thank you.